She didn't. Oh God, we're live. Oh hi, how are we doing? How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Lords and Ladies of Fate, where you control the destiny of our players. You earn fate chips just by watching, and spend those to buy items for your favorite player, heal injured party members. You can even force the players into random encounters. Tonight, we are playing Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition, set in the world of Edinia, a place where diametrically opposed factions vie for control of all of the magic in the world. Tonight, joining me, we have Jesse playing Holly Hera. We have Nat playing Grrr.
Grrr.
We have Josh playing Gray, Poisonous Gray.
Good evening.
We have Lucy playing Etta. And we have Brian playing Quentin.
Hello.
Well, who among you remembers what happened last week?
We got in a fight.
We just finished our second round of combat against these people who may or may not have reference about the diamond.
Yeah, you were. Yeah, absolutely. So at the beginning, we started off with a quest for information. Our party members all found themselves back at the Red Dragon Inn, where the owner of the Red Dragon Inn told the party about a foul smell that comes up from the basement from time to time. You all went down to examine and found a hidden trapdoor that led into the sewers. Grrr reluctantly joined the rest of the group into the sewers. And yeah, we're not in category. I don't... Oh, perfect. I was about to say, I can't fix that. Oh, hello, Perito and Atlas and... these are... Well, hi, Atlas. How are you doing? All right, so, do we just want to get right into it? Because we're in the middle of battle. Let's
do it.
Let's everybody roll right on into it.
I'm ready to take names and kick ass.
I can't.
Or something along those lines.
All right.
Something about
Ball out of bubble gum.
Take
I'm gonna take that ass. Take it. All right. So we are in round 3 of combat.
Appropriate.
So we are going to fight.
Round 3.
You're in round.
So we're gonna start off with Monsieur Blue, who is standing right in front of Holly Hera. That is very, very rude.
Get away from me.
Let's go ahead and see. He is going to take out his scimitar. Well, his scimitar is already out. He's going to look directly at Holly and say, "Not today." And he's going to pick up his scimitar. And it hits.
Oh, you bitch.
It does 6 points of damage.
Owie. Yikes.
Just out of curiosity, how many points of damage does that leave you with?
I lost 2 last week, yeah? And that was another 6. Well, 6 plus 2 is 8. 10 minus 8 is 2.
You may have been saved by the lords and ladies.
Help me. I mean, Atlas, help me. I'm fixing
All
it,
right.
guys.
Well, he does that damage, and then he's sitting there and wondering why this column of light is just shooting from the ceiling, and heals you for 5 points of damage.
Woohoo! Thanks, Atlas.
All right.
Am I allowed to give Atlas my own fate chips? Like if she ever runs out and I need to
No, that's
buy
considered
my own meal?
cheating. Yeah, that's considered
Collusion.
cheating. You should talk to a good friend of mine named Bruce Gaskin. He is a master of trying to do that kind of stuff on Thursday nights.
Oh.
He is a
Sneaky
sneaky
Bruce.
sneaky. He's a sneaky sneak. All right, so that's gonna
Why would anyone do
that's gonna move us to Monsieur Green, and he is. Let's see if he is still asleep. His constitution is 12. No, he is not awake. He is still asleep. Shh. Shh. Quentin, it is your turn.
Ah! Alright,
Oh yeah, Atlas, you've got plenty of fate chips. You're doing just fine.
this is probably going to be suicide. Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, right? And it's a 15-foot cone, so that hits all 3. Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to move to my current, from where I was just over to this position. We're going to cast Burning Hands.
Ow.
Which casts in a 15-foot cone.
Okay, so that's going to be all 3 of those. They're going to make their dex saving throws at a disadvantage because they're asleep. At least the 2 next to you. Nope.
Imagine setting a few people on fire.
Kind of rude, honestly.
That sounds evil.
Okay, no. The one who is still awake does not roll at a disadvantage. Let's see, 10 plus 1. That is a no as well. Holly, roll me a dex saving throw
Why?
because you're in that cone.
Oh, no.
God. I knew I hated this guy.
Oops.
Ah.
Unintended consequence. My bad.
What's your dexterity modifier? Is it at least plus? Is it plus 2?
It's
Is-
it's something.
Okay,
It
you're
is
good.
plus
You're
2.
good. You only take half damage.
I would take half of what
Well, we're gonna find out right now because Quentin is gonna go ahead and roll 3d6.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
It's that weird time,
Yeah.
that weird in between when you kind of like want to
Mhm.
roll back.
So that
you know?
that heal that you got from Atlas is gone. It's gone. Ooh, she spent a lot of fate chips on that one. Group heal. Okay, well.
Keep everyone alive.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Our
thanks.
our goddess.
All right, everybody who has damage, go ahead and heal 5 points of damage.
Oh, lovely.
Does that give me a boost?
No,
having
you
no
just
damage?
you know what? You feel really, really good.
I mean, that's true about
You're
right
magically
now, so
you're magically
All
sober.
right.
100% completely
Oh.
sober.
Okay, there we go.
Poison's been removed.
All
from your
right,
body.
so
All right. So
okay,
Silver-
so here we go. Are you ready for this? So we've got Mr. Is this Brown? That's Brown. Yep, he's dead.
Brown.
We've got
Burn.
Mr. Green. He is also dead.
Burn.
Totally worth it. Not mad at you anymore, Quentin.
Okay, and
Yeah.
Mr. Wow, there we go. They were all down to their last legs anyway. You got a triple kill.
Triple kill.
All right, the 2 sleeping just start burning, and at that moment they wake up, start screaming in agony as they take their last breaths. The one right in front of Holly Hera, you can actually smell the hair and skin on him start to burn. It's got that really acrid, really just awful, awful smell directly in front of you. Grrr, you're actually right next to that, so some of that smell is coming off to you as well.
Smells better than the sewer.
Does it though? Burning flesh, does it?
I'm a bugbear.
True, it makes sense. You probably cook humans all the time.
And yeah, that was a good use of your turn there.
Yeah.
All right, we'll put Quentin
Way
back down on the
go.
pile. It is now Red Bandit. He just witnessed all of his friends burning, so he's going to go ahead and 1, 2, 3. Yeah,
Run away.
he's going to run away, but not without whipping out his...
If everybody ignites into flames, I'm running away too.
He's going to take out his crossbow, and he is going to aim it at the bastard who just set his friends ablaze.
On his way out,
It
is
was
this
the
a,
tall
so
guy.
this is
It was the
is this
tall
a
guy.
one, is this a one-handed shot then? If he's running away and
No, he didn't use all of his move. He made sure he
Okay.
had enough to turn around.
Gotcha.
And
Turn around every now and then. I shoot a crossbow at bad guys for lighting my friends on.
yeah, so about that.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Luckily, he rolled poorly. He rolled a 20 for his attack, but he only rolled 2 for his damage. So he only does 5 points of damage.
No.
Noise.
Only 5 points of damage. So
Only 5
he
points of damage, and I'm a glass cannon.
so he turns around and he aims his crossbow at you. His aim is true. He channels all of the anger that he is feeling into this one crossbow bolt, shoots it, and it hits you directly in the gut. Misses vital organs, but it's definitely painful. You can feel that. This is going to leave a mark. Gray, it is your turn.
Okay. Take a look at the map here. They're fleeing. Purple and red are fleeing, and the guy with no mark, he's the heavy duty big bad guy, correct?
The one...
He's the guy who doesn't look like everybody else.
no. The one that doesn't look like any...
I thought one of the purple. Or
No,
blue
that
was-
would be the guy who's up. He came back up here. He's up at the top.
Oh.
Yeah.
The guy with no
uh-huh.
mark.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So he's the guy. Okay. That
Mhm.
was my question. So what I'm gonna do is. I'm gonna cast Firebolt, and I'm gonna cast it at purple. But before I do that, I'm gonna move up 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, which would be standing directly on top of the dead body of blue. So I'm standing over top of blue.
Well, you can
I'm in
remember you can move your token. Yeah. Okay.
I did.
excuse me.
Dominant stance. Over top of the dead body. And I'm going to
Where?
shoot my firebolt at purple.
Got it. Okay, you're gonna shoot your firebolt. Let's see. Firebolt is a ranged.
It's
Yep.
1d10
You make a ranged
damage.
spell attack.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So go ahead and you roll a d20,
Ready.
and you add your spellcasting modifier.
Oh my god.
Oh.
All right, so two things are going to happen here. Two things are going to happen here. You are going to roll me a d20.
Okay, doke.
What did you get? 12? Okay, you're fine. But you are going to roll me a 1d10. That's fine. That's fine. You didn't want a high one for this. All right. So,
I didn't.
so you go out to cast your firebolt, and you stretch out your hands to get ready to cast it. But your magic is different than most sorcerers. You didn't get your magic from any kind of blood relation or anything like that. So your magic's always been a little off kilter. You can feel the power of the fire building up in your hands, but it's not discharging like it's supposed to, and you start to fear for something, and then all of a sudden, poof! A huge ball of fire just burns up around you, dealing 2 points of damage to you.
My eyebrows.
Man, you guys are doing more damage to yourselves than.
I'm sorry, Greg. I know you've been working on this for months.
Thanks, bro. I'm fucking terrible with this.
Oh.
Yes, Alatos. We have. I do the GMing for the D&D campaign, and Nat does the GMing for the Rifts campaign on Thursdays. We're trying to, spread it out a little bit.
Mix it up.
Yeah, Atlas is saying stop getting hurt. She's tired of spending her fate chips to heal you all. Okay, so the next bandit is, I believe, is it you? It's you, isn't it? Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Okay, so out of the shadows emerges yet another challenger.
God, go away.
So, as the audience can see now,
He's pink, dude. Can we call him Saves the Tatas Man?
He's light as red.
he's lightish. Yeah, okay, I get that reference. So he used up his entire action there. That's a red versus blue joke. Edda, it is your turn. The bard strikes.
Bard strikes again.
Hopefully.
Can't hear you. That's a good start.
Yeah,
True.
if we can't hear me
Don't
today,
jinx
that's
it.
good. Yeah, I knock on wood again for that one. Gosh, wait, I double knocked on wood and then it's... Anyways, I am gonna try to use my, do I have a
You,
crossbow?
I believe, have a crossbow and...
I do
mhm.
have, like... And I also have my sword, but I can't move enough to
Mhm.
use my sword yet. So, I'm gonna use my crossbow and try to hit red.
Okay.
So, what do I need to...
Uh-huh.
Just one d20?
So you fire the crossbow bolt, and you can actually hear the sound of arrow on stone as it sails off right next to him and hits the wall, clatters down below his feet.
Man, I'm a bad shot.
Did you use any of your movement? Because you can still move if you haven't moved.
No, I didn't. I guess I'll move. See if I can do this because I can't use my mouse pad. So.
And don't forget you have Bardic Inspiration as a you can use that as a bonus action.
Also, Holly has 2 bonuses from last time.
Thank
Gray
you.
as well.
I need to start keeping track of that.
Did you give out inspiration?
I did. You all,
He did.
yeah, you all should. You can only ever have 1 inspiration die at a time, so you all should be at 1. You all should be at 1.
Okay.
I couldn't tell if this is carryover if I forgot to write it off last time. But
Wait, so can I use my inspiration die to reroll
Absolutely,
to see if
yeah.
I can hit him?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I
Mhm.
guess I'll do that.
What?
I'm sorry, what?
That's
What?
strange.
What?
Super confused about
Can we just call it?
No, that's weird. Roll another d20.
Atlas, I agree.
it's magic.
There we go. Okay.
Yes, we need you, Atlas. Be our bookkeeper.
Hold on. But
Yeah,
how does-
I don't know how that happened. That's weird.
I think we take both of them, and that's 40, and she got
No,
two
here
20s, and so she
here-
hits all of them, and we win,
I think
and we
we
also
should-
And we
find the
move
answer.
on.
should average
Time to
it
leave.
out.
Hey, everybody, get your stuff
Okay,
together.
here's
Time to walk out.
here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. Because Roll20 had an aneurysm there, I'm not gonna let the attack go through, but I'm not gonna take your inspiration die. So you go ahead and keep the inspiration die for later, and we'll just chalk that up to Roll20 being in my pocket apparently.
Maybe Roll20 just heard that I was using an inspiration die, so it decided to give me extra point value because it was trying to help me out. I think it was a sign.
Yeah, Salatos, he does kind of look like he's looking over at Holly's work, trying to cheat off of him.
For sure, dude.
All right.
Well, can I still use any movement or any type of
Well,
action?
your
at all right
action was
now?
used up with the attack, but you can still use your bonus action, and you can use your movement. The only thing that I think that you have as a bonus action is your Bardic Inspiration, which basically gives a bonus to a roll for another player. So you'd have to be close enough to them, and then you basically, it's like you're playing a song for them, and they feel pumped up. So the next time they go to make a roll, they get to add a d6 to it. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's cool. All right, well, I guess I will just move up a little bit. I'm just going to use my movement just to get myself kind of further up here. So I'll go over here. Yep.
All right. Anything else?
No, I don't know what else I can do right now. Just have to wait for them to come to
Right.
me at this point. Because I don't want to take any more shots. I'm sad.
Okay, I believe the next in the order is it you? See, this is bad for a colorblind person to have all these color-coded things. Okay, so yeah, so it's this guy right here, and he's a little bit braver than the rest of his friends. Nope, he's still asleep, isn't he? Yep, let's go ahead and take a look. Nope, he is just...
Isn't that
Go ahead.
Sorry. Purple guy's the fancy
No,
one,
no,
right?
the fancy one is the one up here with no color. Mm-hmm.
No color.
He's the
Up
one looking
across the
straight up
river.
like Richie Gaiden, dude. Like all the way up in the top, being sneaky.
So, yep.
Oh, I see him.
Oh,
Yep,
I
he's
see.
up there a little bit.
Okay.
You got to scroll up to see
Gotcha.
him. Audience, you can't see him because it's up there. Here, I'll let you see. There, he's right there. Okay, so we said, okay, it is Purple's turn, and he is asleep. I rolled to see if he would wake. He does not. He's just the smell of the burning corpses kind of takes him back to a simpler time of raiding and pillaging. He's having like a really good dream of being back raiding some town somewhere. Someone's cooking bacon, exactly. Brown is dead. He is gone. He gone. Grrr.
Hey!
Get him, Grrr.
It's a lot of excitement from Grrr.
All right, you ready for this? This is what I want to do. Tell me how plausible or implausible this is. So I want to take my javelin out. Another javelin, because I got a couple of them. I already
Ooh.
threw one and it's sticking in that pillar over there, but that didn't work out so good. So we're going to try this. I got 30 things of movement I can do as well as an attack. So what I'm thinking is I want to draw my javelin, and I'd like to run up to the purple guy, pole vault into the pink guy, but stab my javelin into the purple guy as I'm pole vaulting.
So some real Matrix shit is what this guy's trying to do.
Technically,
fucker.
it's mostly
Okay.
And it's
I'm all
mostly
for this,
movement.
but I will say there will be real world not real world, but there will be some real consequences if you fail.
I will come to your
I know
house.
where you live.
I am gonna fail it because roll 20.
Is this athletics or acrobatics? Which one
I
is
am
it?
gonna give him my bardic inspiration on this.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna let that happen. Yep.
I'm feeling.
I'm
very
gonna allow
good.
that to happen for future reference. For future reference, that you have to do that on your turn. Like you have to like proactively think who's gonna be going soon or who needs the help, and do that on your turn. But I am
Okay.
gonna allow it because, like I said before, we've got a lot of newbies playing, so we're gonna be a little lax with the rules to start. But as we move forward, we're gonna be, drop the hammer. But we'll let that happen. So go ahead and, Grrr, you're going to be able to add that bardic inspiration to this roll here. So you're going to go ahead and move to directly in front of him. Let's go ahead and make a acrobatics check, I want to say. Well, let's see if the javelin even finds its mark. So go ahead and roll for the damage. Go ahead and roll your d20.
All right. Is this just any kind of strike or anything, or just flat D20 without anything?
This would be let's see, it's the javelin. It's technically a thrown weapon, but you're using it as a kind of like a thing. So yeah, you're still going to use your dex modifier. So go, add your dex modifier to this.
And what's
Surprisingly, that hits.
Tucker?
all right?
Woo!
What is
I mean, he's a prone target doing nothing, so.
Yeah. I give advantage to anything that's asleep. Okay, so you've got that in its mark. So now we're going to have to go ahead and roll the damage for the javelin.
All right, and that is 1d6. 5.
Nice. Okay, I have made a note to his health of where he is at. He's still surprisingly alive, so go ahead and roll me a athletics check. I don't think that's
All right,
one of
and,
your things. Yeah, I don't think that's one of your
athletics?
things. Oh, you do?
I do have athletics.
All right. Yeah, you do.
I'm a giant bugbear living in the woods. I
Yeah,
could
go
have
for it, dude.
athletics. So I get my strength modifier with that, is that right?
Say it again. Yeah.
Is that how that works? I get the strength modifier with that?
Oof.
Oh.
All right. So as you're attempting to do the pole vault, your hands kind of slip on the javelin, leaving the javelin still stuck into him, and you actually fall next to him
that's good.
in the water. You are,
Ew.
let's see, I'm gonna 50% chance of you falling prone. Let's see. You did not. You were at least able to stay on your feet.
Nice.
Oh, we got Joe Teague music in here. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Alrighty then. Now, that gentleman that y'all have been asking so patiently about is going to finally step out forward. He's going to stand directly in the water here.
Ew.
And let's see, what's the range on this? He is going to cast a spell. He stands there and he starts casting an invocation. I guess that's what he says. And let's see. He is aiming it directly at Grrr. Grrr, make me a dexterity saving throw. So if you're looking at your character sheet, you add whatever it says under saving throw for dexterity. Was that your roll? No, that was the last roll.
Thanks, Sal.
Oh, we got a sub. Hey, how's it going? I forgot we have our sub button. Look at that.
Thank you.
Oh.
Do.
Thank you.
Well, isn't that special? Okay.
We'll make that more celebratory.
Absolutely, yeah. We'll go ahead and throw a whole bunch of hooplas and hazzas in there. Or huzzas. Yeah. Grrr, go ahead and roll me a D20.
D20.
Yep.
No.
It'll be
plain
plus
D20.
5 for your dexterity.
Oh, well,
That's fine.
I didn't add that in yet. So that's 14.
14. Okay, that's actually not too bad. So you're only going to take, let's see, rounded down. You're going to take 3 points of radiant damage. So he casts Sacred Flame, and as he's chanting his invocation, a ball of light just appears around you, encircles you in flame.
Pretty nice. Ow!
That was
What
3.
is that?
It would have done more than that had you not succeeded in your saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Holly.
Oh boy. Okay. So, where am I? Is Purple dead yet or still asleep?
They will have an X on them if they are dead.
Okay, so
He's
still
asleep
alive.
with a javelin sticking out of him.
I don't have a icon for
Oh.
javelin. Let me see what would. Yeah, there we go. I got a flag. That's javelin. He's got a javelin sticking out of him.
Okay, so I want to
It's a Grrr flag.
Grrr flag, javelin
I
flag.
claim this in the name of Bonk.
Throw a little cantrip his way. Is that within range? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. Going to produce flame, and I'm gonna make that a ranged spell attack.
You're doing which one now?
Produce flame. Flickering flame appears in hand. I can use it to just make light, or I can throw it at people for damage. Choose to throw at purple. 1d8 fire damage. Yes.
I believe they have to have a saving throw. Is that accurate? Cast a spell. Make a ranged spell attack. You make a ranged spell attack. So go ahead and make your ranged spell attack. That's a D20. Oh, thanks Atlas for the subscription.
Yay! Ooh, a 15.
Oh, choo choo.
Woo, 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 woo.
What the fuck?
Ah, man, we're growing here. So yeah, go ahead and roll your 1d8 fire damage.
Okay. Can I add one of my No, I only have the 1+1 skill bonus because I used one last week, right? Yes.
I didn't mark one off.
Nope.
Well,
I'm
this
gonna
isn't
save
like a
that.
skill
Okay.
check or anything like that. This is your damage roll, so you wouldn't be able to use that anyway. That's for skill checks.
Oh,
Skills.
skills. 6 out of 8.
No, it
ain't
is
bad,
not. And you said you were doing that to which one? The one who's just all dead. The one who is now dead. Yeah, absolutely, perfect. So he's sleeping there. He's got this javelin sticking out of him, and the javelin is now singeing itself. He's just And dead. Wonderful. You guys are making quick work of these guys.
Le gasp.
I'm also going to move myself. You need to come
All
get your
right,
cat. He's
Grrr.
heavy.
I'm sorry.
Not done yet. Shh, I need to have another action.
You have a bonus action if you have something that allows you to take a bonus action, which I don't believe you do.
Well, I
You
haven't
can
moved.
move,
I can move
yes.
now, yeah? Tucker. Okay, that's enough. Get down. Go. I'm going to move. Where do I want to move to? Watch out. And now I'm done, sir.
Perfect. All right. Oh, man. No. My Holly folder.
You have a folder of me?
Every one of you has a little folder that has all of your abilities and spells in it, so I don't have to keep looking through stuff. It makes things go by a lot quicker. Yeah, so you do that, and then, Grrr, because you're so close and to up here, you've actually got a little window into up here because...
Ooh, I get windows.
So if you actually look up there, you see yet another bandit. And it is that bandit's turn, and everybody hears the halls echoing with a... Grrr, you can see he's got a horn almost, and he's blowing into it. And at that, he is going to come down and join the remainder of his not fallen compadres here. Oh, that's right. Learn how to use roll 25, 10, 15, 20, 30. And he is going to pull out his crossbow and aim it at Grrr, the biggest target he sees.
Slap that arrow down, bro.
Ooh, and that's exactly what happens.
AC 15.
So he shoots his crossbow, and Grrr actually can hear through the halls this whoosh, and as he turns around, his thick, fat hands just knock into the arrow and just bat it down out of the air. He rolled a 2.
Big hands.
Boom.
I've got another skill bonus.
Nice.
Skill bonus, man.
Let's see.
Oh, yeah. And Quentin got healed a long time ago.
Oh, Quentin did get a heal? Okay, I'll go ahead and roll that heal. Sorry, my fault, guys. It's really hard to do this and watch chat. You get healed for 7 points of damage.
Lovely.
Nice.
Thank you, lords and ladies.
Does that fill you all the way back up?
Oh, yeah, that fills me right up.
All right. Keep on rolling, baby. You know what time it is.
All right, now that we've... All right, so Blue is dead. Kill the rats, kill the rats, kill the blues, kill the blues. Brown is dead, Green is dead, so I need to take Green out of the rotation here. Quentin, it is your turn. You are now at the top of the, you're now at the top of the order because the top of the order is dead.
Whatever happened to them? Alright, what have we got left here? True. And that is the 30. So, 1, 2. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, yeah. Alright, I'm going to move to where I presently am, and we are going to target the ornately decorated bandit with Witch Bolt.
Perfect. You're doing Witch Bolt. Witch Bolt?
Mm-hmm.
That one or that one? Sorry, that was a bad joke.
I don't get it.
Yeah, right.
No one knows. Just him.
And this would be, if memory serves, this is the last of your 2 spell slots, correct? Because you okay. So
It is.
go ahead and which one are you attacking?
The main guy, the one that's not.
The one that was
marked.
chanting his Got it. Okay. So you make a ranged spell attack. And that's a D20 plus your spell attack modifier, which is definitely going to hit. Don't even.
So 19. Yep.
Okay, so now here is the deal with Witch Bolt. So you do 1d12 on this hit. Your next turn, if he is still alive, you can choose to continue to concentrate this spell and immediately hit him with a 1d12 again. But that is your turn.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just for future reference. So go ahead and roll your damage, your d20, your d12, I mean. 7.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So the Witch Bolt hits him, lightning kind of encircles him, and you can see him kind of start to convulse a little bit, and as the spell kind of dissipates a little bit, he finally stands tall, but you can definitely see him kind of slouching a little bit more. He's not standing as tall and as proud and ready as he was before. All right.
Not such a proud boy anymore.
Hey, I still have internet access, so we're doing great. Let's see, Bandit Red. He is now feeling a little bit more. He's feeling a lot more brave now that his friends are here. He heard the call of his people, and he is going to move. He's going to move right here, directly in front of the bard. And he is going to take out his scimitar, and he's going to lick it. And he is going to... Yeah, you do. You have to lick it. What's your AC?
No, you're muted.
First,
14?
14.
Nice. All right, so he comes down and he gets ready to swipe at you with it, but he actually just kind of grazes your leather armor. You can see a little cut in your armor, but it didn't go further than that. You didn't feel anything below that, so we are good, and we are moving to Gray. You still have spell slots, if memory serves. You have 1.
No, they're used
Oh, that's
up. I have
right.
the
Yep.
rest. I'm using cantrips because of that reason. You know what I'll do? I'll use one of my I'm gonna push up. I'm already really close to this dude in red, so I'm gonna push up onto the guy in red by getting right next to him, like right here. I'm gonna move. What is that? 5, 10 spaces, and I'm gonna use my my quarterstaff, which just looks like it's 1d6. Do I have to roll d20 for armor?
You're rolling what now?
I'm gonna use quarterstaff.
Yeah.
Right next to the
You
guy.
gotta
Do I have to roll
you gotta roll
armor
d20 to
class?
see if you hit. Yeah.
He wants to touch his butt.
I'm gonna touch your butt with my staff. 9.
Let's see. What is your strength?
half orc.
see,
Strength
2,
is +2.
11.
So 11.
Does not
Or the
hit.
math.
So you come down with your
Cool.
quarterstaff, and he just kind of sidesteps just barely enough for you to have missed completely, and you come straight down and you hit the quarterstaff on the ground, and you just... You ever see Ninja Turtles?
What clan?
Can we get a butt touch roll?
Sort of new.
Well, I don't know if anyone tries to touch someone's butt. We just might have to. So you moved, you did your thing. We're moving on. Challenge accepted. So this guy is gonna move.
Looking at you, Pink.
He's gonna come up here and kind of kick his buddy's body aside. Oh, I just realized we don't have health for this guy. Oh no, whatever will I do? Maybe just roll it real fast and see what happens. Okay. Got it. Okay, so he comes in, moves his dead buddy out of the way a little bit, and looks at Grrr and pulls out his scimitar and makes a swipe. And he misses completely.
Ha!
He kind of looks up and at the realization that he just provoked this giant beast, starts to get a little scared. Edda, it is your turn.
All right. Let's see. Where was I? Dang. Okay, hold on. I want to try and okay. This guy in front of me, can I use a bonus move to try and like catch him off guard by slapping his ass?
I don't want to tell you how to play, but
I'm asking if it could just be a bonus move, because then after that I want to stab him.
I'm just saying
Like I just want to distract him just a little bit so that he's
Right.
thrown off guard, so that he can.
And I want to get you guys kind of in the habit of using the abilities that you have for things like that. So, like, this sounds like something that would be very vicious mockery type of a thing, or dissonant whispers, like really getting under their skin and getting into their mind. So, if you wanted to use one of those abilities, one of those spells that you have to do that, absolutely, I think we could get a butt touch.
Okay. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna use.
Okay,
Vicious
that is your
mockery.
cantrip, so you don't use up a spell slot. So he must make a wisdom saving throw, and luckily for you, he's pretty stupid. He does not succeed. So he is going to take 1d4 of psychic damage. So go ahead and roll your d4.
I don't know what my HP is. Oh, 11.
He's too dumb to dodge the butt touch, yeah. Nice. 3. So he's going to take 3 points of psychic damage. So basically what happens here is Edda's pretty close, and she just kind of comes up into his ear and says, "I'm going to touch your butt," and then comes up and just smacks him right on the ass, and this really takes him off guard. The smack was strong enough to take him down. Well, he's not dead yet. He's not dead yet. And because now all he can think about is getting smacked in the ass, he now will roll disadvantage on his next attack roll.
Am I being smacked in the ass? Okay.
No,
He's
this guy
very
in
upset
red.
now. Why not?
So now this is your chance to shine, because I just gave him a psychological disadvantage.
Psychological warfare.
That's one of the reasons why I love bards.
Getting pretty personal.
Because bards are all about that, like, I'm gonna get inside your mind. I'm gonna live there rent free. All right, so We got that going. My card says purple is next, but if memory serves, purple is dead. Thank you, because purple looks just like blue to me here. Grrr. It is your turn.
All right. We said
Correct.
I didn't fall prone.
Mm-hmm.
I only just
Yep.
stepped in the water.
If you would have fallen prone, you would have had to have
really-
spent an action to get up, which would have been very, very bad.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter because it pisses me off that I'm in the water.
It is the
Pulling out
blue
the-
water.
I'm pulling out the big stick.
We got big stick.
And I want to move to the guy directly in front of me. Unmarked dude.
No color guy.
And I'm going to smash him with my maul.
All right. Grrr smash.
Right.
All right, so go ahead and roll your d20 to hit. I believe that...
And I use my strength bonus for that, right?
Yes. It is a strength weapon. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that definitely hits. I don't even need to look at his armor class. So go ahead and roll your damage for that. I believe it's, what, a d8? No, 2d6 for the maul. Yep, there you go.
5.
What a roll, dude. Holy shit.
Oh, boy. So your attack comes down and hits him square in the noggin, and it kind of like knocks him back. It actually does knock him back one. And you see him kind of drop to one knee, and it takes him a couple seconds to, recoup and reevaluate what's going on. He stands up, and he looks visibly shaken, like he could fall over at any moment.
Bro, you don't want to do that.
And it's his turn. And he is going to... Oof. He's going...
What happened? The suspense is killing me.
He just oofed.
He is going to... He's going to cast Cure Wounds on himself.
Rude.
I got more to give.
Sort of anticlimactic, to be honest.
So he
I was expecting more oof.
I thought he was like gearing up in his head. He's like, I'm gonna do the baddest thing I can muster.
he's gonna put his hands on his chest, and he's just gonna channel all of his energy into his chest to heal himself. And that is his spellcasting ability is Wisdom. Okay, so that is, ooh baby. Yep.
Guy I just nailed, right?
And you can literally, you can see him go from looking like he was about to die to looking like he did the moment he stepped onto the battlefield. He is ready to go. He pulls out his scimitar and he just stares you down, Grrr.
Yeah, I got that.
Is oof
Yeah, I got
an ability? Yes, he rolled for oof. Holly.
It was critical oof.
My turn. Oh. So here's what I'm thinking. What is red dude at?
I am not at liberty to tell you what their health points are. Think of this as like real life. People don't display hit points above their heads, do they?
I do.
Why
What?
not? Okay.
Yeah.
So I think that there's enough people down here. I don't want Grr's getting cornered here. So I'm gonna
I put myself in front.
That's your buddy Grrr.
Yeah, I know. But I can't should I just assume that he's got I'm just gonna holler at him. Grr, you good?
Yup.
You good? Dummy, you good?
There it is.
Okay. So let me ask a question here with regards to just the way that the map is laid out. If you see, like, if I want to move one, is that still just 5? I mean, like, that's kind of a wall here. Do I have to go like this around it?
Yes.
Okay, okay. Or I can do diagonal. Well, let's just do. I'm just going to move Shia.
Of mice and Grrr.
See, do I want to do that?
Tell me about the rabbits, George.
Or I can't find it. Just go to paper.
Kill them with their love, boss.
I'm not going to stop there. I'm actually going to come up here and I'm going to target pink with my fire thingy do again.
Your cantrip?
Oh, yes.
Go ahead and make your range attack.
Hot ass crack.
What's your spellcasting modifier? Because it could be enough to hit him.
Is that wisdom?
It should be on your. It's on
Or
your character
intelligence?
sheet. It's on the second page of your. It's on your spell page. It's at the very top of your spell page.
Oh, spell attack +5. Yes. So it's +5.
Yes, please.
That actually hits. See, told you.
Super,
These guys
super.
aren't. These guys got low
Alright,
AC.
then I
You're
gotta
fine.
do a D8. A whole ass 3.
Man, he really hasn't been touched much, has he?
Wow.
Poor guy.
All right. So the flame wraps around him, and you can see it kind of licking up his clothing and kind of singeing everything around him, and he just hollers out in pain. Ah! So you have moved. You have actioned. It is Yellow's turn. And he is going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He actually moved around Grrr because he has seen.
He sees the
He saw the clubbing that the other one got, and he does not want any part of it. But he is going to aim at Holly with his crossbow. And it hits. I'm assuming 17 is higher than your armor class. Okay, just
yeah.
making sure. Just making sure. 1d8 plus 1. That's 2.
Does anybody else want a camera on this man's die?
I mean, I can look at.
I'm just kidding. That was a joke. I'm sorry. That was a joke.
You'd figure you wouldn't want to, combat me about him rolling 1 for damage. No one complained when I said that one attack roll was a crit earlier. So yes, it arrow sails through the air and just kind of grazes your thigh for 2 points of damage.
Okay. That puts me at 5.
Guys, we have gone through like 3 rounds of combat.
Because we killed off all these extra dudes that showed up in here.
Oh,
for
there's
no
a
dang
there's a
reason.
reason.
What's this we nonsense?
Hey
Is it
now,
apple juice?
you injured me in that
Yes.
thing that you did, so I get to take some credit.
I singed the back of your pants and
No.
you walked.
All right, let's go ahead
injured me.
and switch over to Quentin now.
Speaking of that.
Oh, hey, but wait. But before we get
All right,
into Quentin's turn here real quick, I want to try something. Lords and Ladies of Fate, I want to beta test here something. I'm going to switch over to a new scene for Quentin's turn. Please tell me if for whatever reason you cannot hear myself or you cannot hear Quentin. All right. Quentin, it is your turn.
All right. I'm going to keep talking and just stalling for time, waiting for chat to answer. Do you hear me, chat?
I hope so.
Holla if you hear me.
Not that.
Oh, we hear
but
things.
why?
Wonderful.
Oh, there we
Wonderful.
go. We're
Okay,
good.
that's great.
Awesome.
They work.
What?
Thank you, chat. So Quentin's actually just gonna take 2 steps back because, as far as I can tell, maintaining Witch Bolt does not need me to stay in range. So just get myself a little bit more of a safer position there. I'm just gonna scream as loud as I can to make sure the guy that currently has the bolt casted to him, and just scream, "Hey! I don't remember telling you could stand the fuck up," and concentrate the Witch Bolt again.
And that memory serves. That is the one with no color.
Automatic roll.
Okay. Oh wow.
Yep.
That's crazy. So he went from almost at death's door to full health from healing himself to right back to almost at death's door. So out of nowhere, the lightning comes back around him and puts him back into that convulsing state. And this time, it does so much damage to him that it actually drops him down to both knees, where he stays. Not dead, but very hurt. And I have... Ooh, there we go. I have a symbol to denote that. He's been electrocuted. Perfect. All right. So, we are at Bandit Red.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
I have a feeling he doesn't like me very much at this moment.
He does not. He's trying to give you COVID. He licks his scimitar yet again. This one...
What's up?
This
with
one
this
hits.
man?
He really likes the taste of metal.
And does 3 points of damage. So he comes down and he's aiming for that same spot on your armor again where it's a little weak, and he kind of slices you again, and it breaks through and pierces you and slashes just a little bit, leaving a little gash inside of you.
Where?
Let's see. On your arm. Your right arm.
Okay. Okay.
So let's now go to Gray. It is your turn.
All right. So, big red guy be directly in front of me, and I be facing him. So I'm gonna do close attack. I'm gonna use my daggers this time, which is 1d4. The range is 20 to 60 feet, which I'm super within. Mine says dagger ×2, so I have 2 daggers. I guess I'm akimboing or dual wielding these daggers. So I need to roll a d20, and I'll do that right now. 8. What the fuck? Can I roll over a 10 one time?
Daggers are a finesse weapon.
what is
What's
it?
your
What's
dexterity? I think that's going to be better than your strength.
It's
Okay,
plus,
yeah.
it's +1. It's definitely not better than my strength. My
Yeah,
strength is
either one
+2.
of them would not have helped you.
I
So,
am a half-orc.
did you move? Know that if you move away from him, he will be able to take an attack of opportunity.
I'm good.
All right.
Fuck.
Monsieur Pink. He's going to come down here and he's going to kind of start trying to box people in. He's going to look at Gray and he's going to kind of snarl as he takes his scimitar. And he hits... Oh, wait, no. Your AC is 14 because of mage armor, correct? You cast mage armor? Yep. So he does not. Correct. So he goes and he swipes his scimitar down and it meets this, like, what feels like an impenetrable force field. You feel the force of it hitting you, but it does no damage.
Puny scimitar wielder.
I love that. Etta. Yeah.
Oh, it's my turn? Wow, that's awesome. Okay, I'm gonna use my dagger and I'm gonna try to kill red man over here. Trying
Please
to
fuck
not
up red
offensive word.
man.
You're using your which one again?
I'm gonna use my dagger, so I have it 1d4, and then I'm add my you
Yep,
said
because it's a finesse weapon.
dexterity. So I'm gonna add +3 to that.
This is I've been waiting all stream to say this. Piss in my mouth. The command is !redeem and then space heal, and then you pick who you want to heal. But you can't. It won't work without the redeem. There you go. So go ahead and make your roll. While you're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and roll for the heal here. That hits.
Okay, now do I roll for damage or do you roll for damage?
You roll for damage.
Okay.
I am entertained by saying your username as well, piss in my mouth. And this will be our last stream. Twitch is going to come for us now.
We're rated M for mature.
Rated M for... Alright, so you deal 3 points of damage to him?
I do.
Oh boy. So, as you, come down with that dagger, it hits him directly in the heart. And it goes straight through, and you hear him cough up like a bunch of blood. And he perishes.
Loser. Haha.
Only losers bleed.
I bleed gold.
Bro, say iCup. Is that like the new drinking vessel from Apple? iCup?
It's a cup that refills itself.
Super not funny.
Yeah, Tim Cook.
Just
Tim
go
Cook,
away.
I got the iCup.
Just
I got the
try.
iCup, man. Okay, IT. I did it. There you go. So he's dead. It is now Poiple. Oh, he's dead. Oh yeah, he is dead. Look at that. I gotta move him out of there. Grrr.
Did you roll for Grace heal?
Yes, I did. You heal 5. Sorry, I got caught up with the chat there. This is why
I'm
Caught up
glowing
with the
and more
mouse
powerful
and
than I've ever been.
that's. It's so funny because on Thursdays I feel like I focus too much on chat and I miss what's going on when I'm the player. And then when I'm the GM on Wednesdays here, I feel like I cannot look at chat because the moment I do, I get sucked in. And then, yeah. So it is the...
That's our second ding against the Twitch community. We're out in 5, 4, 3, cancel.
Oh, hey, so Gray, the next couple of your lines need to be either sung or they need to rhyme.
Oh,
Yeah, but here's the thing, Holly. I have too much on my screen. I'm barely even looking at the Skype call. I'm looking at the actual stream window in OBS more than anything. And your messages don't pop up there, so. Whisper me in Roll20. I definitely see that.
All right, cool, bro.
All right, so...
I see dead people.
I see exactly 5 dead people.
All right, so the electrocuted guy here is going to, in a last-ditch effort, attempt to bludgeon.
Wait, how's he get to go before me?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I got sidetracked. You're right. I put you down. Sorry. It is your turn, Grrr. See, that's what I'm telling you. This one.
Like a 6
Yeah, we're gonna put you down.
I am gonna maul him.
Darth Maul him. All right, swing.
Except mine's only one-sided, but whatever. I'll crack down on his head like I'm chopping wood.
Oof. That's a great
Right?
visual. Oh, I can hear it. I gotta stop thinking about it.
Go ahead and roll your d20.
Mm-hmm. 21.
That does it. I mean, it saves me from having to look. Yeah. Go ahead and roll your 2d6.
Four. Really?
How visceral do you want this to be?
Pretty good. He's
Okay.
dead. He's covered in
Okay.
water. Well, not
So you bring your maul up, and with all of your bugbear strength, you swing it straight down, smash it directly into his skull, and it kind of cracks open and sprays out kind of this gray material out, kind of covers you in blood and viscera. Luckily, none of your friends are anywhere near that. Otherwise, they'd get a nice shower too. But
I'm gonna let out a nasty roar. Let the other ones know what's coming.
Holly?
Well, I suppose since it's pretty much the only thing I can do, I'm gonna go ahead and hurl some fire at yellow dude.
Fire, fire, fire.
Hot ass 10.
15.
Yeah, but you get a plus. You get that.
Oh, plus 5. I always forget my
Mhm,
plus 5.
mhm,
Yeah, it's
mhm.
15. Thank you, Quentin.
So go ahead and roll your.
6.
So that was actually how many health points he had.
Does that mean I kill him?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That is what happens when you bring them to 0. Yes.
Yay, mathematics.
So he gets
Killed him real good, boss.
covered in this fire, and he's trying to put himself out, but to no avail. The fire just keeps getting bigger and bigger, and he's burning and burning, and he dives into the dirty poop water in order to try to put himself out, but it's too late. The shock of everything just sets him off, and he is dead.
It
Yeah.
smells,
It's like magic.
Cheers to dead.
with all the crispy dead bodies, Quentin's just gonna be like, smells like my last bachelor party in here.
How many times have you been married?
Speaking of that, Quentin, we're back to the top of the rotation there, and there's only one
Man.
left.
There's only one.
Oh.
It's
Well,
that
as my
pink Espra. Oh, mute.
as my bonus action, just gonna ask him, do you wish to surrender?
Are you trying to convince him to surrender?
Yeah.
You can
Well,
you
actually tell you what, we'll approach this a little differently. I'm gonna just walk right up to him. We're gonna draw out my sickle, I'm gonna just put it right to his throat and be like, "Your choice. You can either tell us what we're looking for is, or you can join your friends."
Okay, roll me an intimidation check.
Let's see. So, ooh, I get a +5 on that. No. And plus, roll it. There we go.
All right. You can see he's burnt and singed, and he's got a piece of an arrow sticking out of his leg, and he just kind of looks at you with these wide eyes. You can feel the cold steel against his throat, and he goes, "Please, please, no. I don't want to die. I have a family."
That's what they all say.
And at that, we are no longer in combat.
I wrote a
That's
whole
what
fucking
you think.
soliloquy, like a whole. I can't say that word, but I wrote a whole rhyme about fighting.
You have to not. You have to use it in your. So it's the
Dealy.
next time that you speak at all, right?
Uh-huh.
I have to write like a nonsense rhyme at this
Mhm.
point.
You do.
That is tough. It's super tough when you get those or suggestives, but you figure it out.
All right.
Oh wow! And I just glanced over at chat. Y'all are having some fun over there today. Jeez. Can't hear you. All right, so yeah, I can't hear you. Oh, because your thing's up.
I'm
Practicing. Got it.
Just like-
Got it. Okay.
Yep.
So we are out of combat. So gonna leave it up to you as to what y'all want to do. You've got Quentin up here with his his blade. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get in between my nice little triple kill here and be like, mine. And I'm gonna start hoarding bodies and rifling through their pockets for loot.
So you left the bandit. Left him there. He's
Yeah, the crew's got him. He ain't going nowhere. He's smart,
he's.
and I
Let's-
might want to say that
Let me
to him.
see. Oh yeah. He's too terrified to do anything.
Haha.
All right, cool. My bodies, mine.
All right, so you're gonna go ahead and loot them.
Yep.
All right, let's see. These guys collectively had about 11 gold on them apiece. Not a piece. I'm sorry. Together. 11 gold together.
Dang, that would have been.
And they all have, the standard things you've been finding on these guys: the scimitars, the light crossbow bolts. They really don't have the guys that are around there. Really don't have other, much in the way of personal belongings.
Okay. I'm still
I
gonna
get
go
my
ahead.
2 javelins.
Yeah, I'm gonna pocket all 3 scimitars, light crossbows. Do they have any bolts on them?
Yes. So they fired some. So let's see. The 3 of them have a total of 8 crossbow bolts between them.
I will take those as well.
All right. Anyone else doing anything?
Retrieving my-
All right. So let's see. Grrr is retrieving his javelin. Etta, you wanted?
2.
Oh, yes, 2 of them.
I think I kind of want to walk a little bit further into this tunnel and see where they were coming out
Absolutely. So Etta's going to come up here, and it's going to give her a clear view of this entire room. So let me go ahead and give you that clear view.
Is she gonna aggro some more stuff?
I don't know. It's a big room. But
You're a little ballsy for a bard there, man. A little ballsy for a bard.
Let me give the stream a little taste of what was revealed here. The next room in the map. And pretty much this is where we're at here.
Could I do something similar like what I did in the hallway and roll for perception to see if I can see any marks or traces of anything from they left behind?
Absolutely. Are you standing in this middle thing, or are you along either one of the walls here? Because that's important.
I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna stand over here.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your perception check for me.
Okay, so that's okay.
Oh yeah. Okay. So around that area, you really don't notice a whole lot, but you kind of can kind of tell those tracks that you were following beforehand. Kind of went around the right corner there. You see where Grrr is standing. If you move directly along that wall, the right side to the stairs there, that's kind of where you see the trail kind of leading.
Okay.
Good roll.
Gotcha.
Are we going in a turn?
No. This is once we're out of combat. It's like we were up in town. It's kind of a free for all. You all tell me what you want to do, and then
I want to loot Red.
you want to loot Red. It's same deal. He's got 2 gold on him. Yeah, scimitar and a light crossbow, and that light crossbow has 4 bolts with it.
Okay, I'm just gonna take the gold. Anybody wants another crap, you can come get it. Trust me, it doesn't sell for shit.
Salty. Well, since I'm now done looting, I'm gonna go over to the pink bandit, and I'm gonna resume my bad cop and just pull the scimitar back out. Just instead of putting it to his neck this time, I'm gonna put the edge side right to the bridge of his nose and be like, "All right, spill it. What are you protecting here? Where are you hiding it?"
We're hiding it. Could you please not put the sword in my?
I'm gonna bonk him with the hilt of my scimitar. Shut it! I told you where to tell me where.
That's
You were hiding.
interesting that you would say that you're gonna do that. Do me a favor and roll me a d4.
Oh no! Oh no!
Okay,
Oh, no.
you're fine.
Man.
You're fine. He kind of like goes like this a lot and just I'm sorry. You have to understand.
Grrr comes over and lifts him up by his neck.
Ooh.
Tell me now.
We all tire of your stalling, bandit.
He goes, we were told to come here and get the crystal. We were told to keep it away from anyone who wanted to go on the mission with Redbeard. We were told to stop the mission at all costs.
Where is it?
I don't know. Our leader had it. Our leader had it. I swear. I didn't even see it.
And where is
he? Points to the dead body of the electrocuted being that's slumped over, lying in the pool of water over there.
All right. You made the right choice, idiot. Grrr, finish him.
Smash him into the ground.
Oh my goodness! Take no prisoners. I like it.
And now we're gonna go ahead and raid the pockets of electrocuted man.
All right, so he has absolutely no gold on him. He has a small mace, just a small bludgeoning weapon. And he has a lockbox, a small lockbox that looks like it would fit a small jewel or gem or crystal.
You guys know a rogue? We got a rogue.
So, does the lockbox require a key?
It absolutely has a key. And let's see, does anybody have Arcana? Go ahead and roll me a d20 plus whatever your Arcana is.
I do too.
I have
Go
Arcana
ahead and do that.
Mm-hmm. Everyone that has Arcana?
Everybody gets an Arcana. You get an Arcana. You get an Arcana. You get an Arcana.
16.
All right, Holly, you have seen and Quentin, well, no, all three of you. I see that +5. There we go. Yeah, all three of you have seen lockboxes like this before. You would know that no manner of brute force or lock picking will force the lock open. It is a specific magical key that is tied to that lockbox. And only that will open it.
Is it possible that it's in a key, like a musical key? Could I sing and or rhyme it open?
I mean, you can try.
Yes, Grace.
I don't know if it'll work. I was thinking more of a conventional key. You know, you put it in something and you turn it.
Okay, well, we'll come back.
Singing.
We'll come back to this.
Or how about a key that's, when you stick it inside of people, it unlocks it. You're welcome.
Oh,
that
was another.
that got pretty deep, brutal, pretty bad.
Both
it's
deep
not
and
mine.
brutal, I think, are accurate ways to describe what Brian.
It's not mine.
It was a joke specifically for me, and I like it. Okay, so let's see here. So your one source of information is lying slumped over dead, having just been smashed against the ground by Grrr.
Put an X on it.
You're absolutely right.
X him out.
If you like it, then you should have put an X on
Yeah.
it.
And yeah, so now you have this lockbox. Lockbox. Binders full of women.
I think the only body we haven't looted yet is purple, yeah? And yellow.
Correct, but I'll save you the time and agony of walking over, moving your tokens all over there. They all have the same stuff that everybody else has had.
Okay, I'm just gonna go take their gold then.
8 gold. These guys weren't like gangbusters or anything like that. Or maybe they didn't carry their wealth and stuff around with them. All right, so anyone else?
I'm gonna tell everybody.
Hello, Hawkward Eagle. Sorry, go for it.
Hey guys. Anyway, the footsteps where they were coming from leads to these stairs right over here. If you guys want to continue checking it out over this way.
Sounds about as solid an idea as any. Grrr, Hallie, Poisonous, you coming?
Yeah.
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 Is this question? Is this like a gate here? Is this a door?
No, that's just like a little archway. It looks like yeah, it's just an archway.
Okay.
So as you all are
So-
exploring, you hear your typical sewer sounds, some skittering of rodents and whatnot. You notice that this wall, the south wall here, is in very much disrepair. There's a lot of, I mean, you can see all of the stone on the ground. You can see the stairs over here that lead up are just completely busted. So that's pretty much what you see. You're definitely getting further away from the fouler parts of the sewer. So things are starting to smell a little bit less Duke.
I have a question. What is this thing I'm standing in front of on the map? Is that a statue, or is it just like random sewer stuff?
It looks like random sewer stuff. Yeah,
Okay.
just like a pot.
I wanted a story behind the statue, man. You let me down there.
No, who would build a statue in?
With 4 toes.
Holly, roll me a d20. Nope. Sorry.
No good. You're muted.
Eat my 4.
There she.
Everybody's kind of like
Four.
moving around and whatnot.
I'm gonna circle this room just out of curiosity, but
Did you,
No.
when you were circling the room, did you cross by where Holly is standing right now?
yes.
No, so
Yeah,
I'm near something. I
Do
just
me a
couldn't find
favor,
it.
kind of go back there and roll me a d20. Would
I'm gonna come back around here to check this out again because I just wanted to see a full view of
Mhm.
everything. But I'll go. Okay. Plus anything? What am I rolling
go ahead and roll it, and I'll tell you.
for? Okay.
You feel this light like breeze, like almost like there's coming from somewhere. There's more open air.
Okay. Hey, Grrr.
Mhm.
You want to try and help me break through this wall a little bit? I kind of feel a draft over here, and I am weak, and you are strong. Therefore, will you help me out?
I use my maul.
All right, so hold on before you do that. Yes, Quentin.
Do I hear this from?
Oh yeah, this is a nice big open area. Your voices
Alright.
kind of carry.
I'm just gonna turn around and kind of see the situation and be like, Etta, did you try just pushing it first?
No, I didn't, because if it crashes, I don't want it to fall on me.
Oh, valid point. Go for it, Grr.
Smash.
Is that the part of the wall you're bashing right there, Gur?
That's where
Got
she
it.
went,
Yep.
right?
Okay, you smash into the wall and you just kind of break open a piece of the brick, and behind it you just see mortar and more wall.
Listen, clearly,
Then where else is it coming from?
Just not that part of the wall.
So just smash the whole wall.
hey y'all, listen, I've been watching
Yeah,
what you
just-
guys have been
I'll
doing
smash
for a
this
minute.
wall.
Yeah, just smash everything. Just
So,
go for it.
Gur,
See what
you come
happens.
down and you smash it. The same thing. Piece of the wall kind of breaks off. There's more mortar and stuff, but it sounds a little different than it did on the other side where you were. Oh, look at that! We got some
More solid or more hollow?
more
Wow,
hollow.
awesome. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Salad Toss.
Much appreciated for the gift subs. That's 5 tier 1 gift subs, everybody. We're gonna get some
That is
That's
we're gonna get
awesome.
some emotes here soon. So if you guys have any ideas you want for emotes, shout them out.
What is that? I'm confused.
Oh, in Twitch, when you become affiliated and you can get people to subscribe to you, when they subscribe to you, they get access to custom emotes that you can only use in the chat if you're a sub.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I think we only get one to start with, but the further we get into it, we get more.
Exactly.
Plus, we're going to be coming up with some subscriber reward stuff too.
Right. So you definitely feel you feel it's a little bit more hollow, like you're getting closer.
Oh, I'm gonna keep going in the hollowest spots.
All right.
Smash and smash.
Well,
and smash.
The next smash is the one. I'm just moving you out of the way for a second so I can see what I'm doing here.
Smash.
Holly has questions, and also I think maybe you guys might need some rhyming to go along with all this smashing.
Oh, I was helping smash. I wasn't asking a question, but you please, sir, let's do your fresh dope rhymes.
All right, so go ahead and do your rhyming.
I can't with them glasses.
While you guys are slapping this wall, just real quick, I'm gonna hype you up. Ready? Alright, y'all, I got a rhyme, but that's cool cause I'm the guy. I'll hit this shit like every time, but y'all know. Every night I be out here getting right, lifting weights and getting tight. So listen up cause I'm alright, hit that wall, bro. Get that shit right.
I feel inspired.
Thunderous applause.
I'll link
much
my
more than we
SoundCloud.
normally do.
Salad toss. No, Gray does not sound like the devil. Okay.
Somebody click
Yeah, right,
that.
please. Gray does not sound like the devil. I sound like the devil. Oh, no, I didn't. Now I'm in a cave. Don't worry.
Good try.
The devil put
No. He did. That jerk.
Thank you, Gray.
I can't wait till tomorrow. All right. So
Payments here.
use your mind. I know that the wall still is there in the picture, but imagine the wall is gone. And inside, okay, we're just walking right in. That's fine.
I'm
Yeah, I
excited.
smashed the
I
wall.
can't hold back. I'm too curious.
You
Another
ballsy
freaking
boss.
rug. What's under the rug this time?
I'm gonna just flat out tell you there's nothing under the rug, but I love it when you hide something somewhere for a group and then they instinctively go every single time they see one of those things. They're like, oh, it's something under there. I'll remember that. I'll have to.
You know what? I want to move it anyways, just because. Why not?
Grrr, as you.
I just want to roll
Okay,
it up.
that's fine. You roll it up. You just see more concrete underneath.
All right, guys. This rug's a normal one. Don't freak out. This is the basement.
Grrr. Judging by where you are, you came into the room. You followed Holly, I'm assuming. All right.
Yep.
Something catches your eye in the corner of the room. It's going to be the corner that
Ow.
I'm going to put you kind of near that corner. That's right over there. You kind of see something just takes your breath away. It's a big rod. Long, looks like a stick, and it's just shiny and calling out to you.
I grab it.
Perfect. Holly, do me a favor and roll me a d20.
Okay.
Ooh.
Don't get better than that.
Holly, you take one look at that and you instantly know it to be some kind of magical item. It's got some kind of magic to it.
Hey, look at that. That's some kind of magical item, clearly.
And Grrr, as you're looking at that rod, it looks like a normal rod, but it has a button on it.
I push the button.
Well, you're just gonna push the button? Okay, you push the button.
You're just gonna go around pushing buttons like that?
I'm holding it, so I mean.
Grrr, as she pushes the button, you feel the rod kind of tense up and instantly become immovable. Where in the
Stop.
in the
Stop
yeah,
this
in,
right now. This is an erection. Stop it.
I'm gonna try harder.
the harder you pull, the more it stays exactly where it was. You're like I envision you were holding it kind of in your hands, kind of like this. That is the position in which the rod is just hovering in midair, immovable.
I'm gonna smash it with my maul.
Wait, should I have not pressed that button?
Don't smack the dick.
You come down and hit it with the maul, and still nothing. It's still staying there, hovering in midair at this point.
I'm gonna bite it.
Can I maybe use my... Gosh, what's the one? It's either insight or history I have that helps me to kind of identify the presence of magic and what it
Sure.
might be, what it might
Sure.
relate to
Go ahead and
magically.
make that roll. And while you're doing that, Quentin, you wanted to interject something?
Is there anything left to discover over where I am? Like, should you have lit up anything more?
No, yeah, there's testicles over there.
No,
Where
not
are
unless you're actively like searching.
The other end of the shaft.
All right.
Yeah, if you're just wandering around looking, you just see a bunch of walls and whatnot.
All right.
Nice. Okay. Etta, in your studies, in your upbringing, you've learned a lot about different magical items. You know this to be the immovable rod. Basically, a rod that when its button is pushed, it can hold up to 8,000 pounds of weight. It will stay in that position until the button is pushed again. And more weight than the 8,000 pounds of weight causes the rod to deactivate and fall.
Okay, so what I know about this rod... How large is this rod?
Oh, side.
Just think of it like a tension rod for a typical like window. It's not like very very large. It's about the width of a doorway, maybe a little bit more.
Okay.
Still biting it.
It's still hanging
so
there in the middle of the air.
If the button is pressed, then it withstands that amount of weight.
And it will not move from wherever it is.
And it will not
Correct.
move. And we can move it if we press the button.
Yeah, then it
again,
just becomes a normal rod again.
But then it
Nope.
can't. Then it just like goes a regular.
Well,
item.
no, it's think of the button as like off on, off on, off on. You can use it as many times as you want, unless it breaks.
Clapper.
What's the rhythm of off on? Can you go through that one more time? real
On off, on off, on off.
Oh, you like switched the downbeat.
Yeah.
there. You went reverse. Okay.
That blue.
All right. So
Fine.
hypothetically, would we use this rod to smash things or just to withhold in a certain amount of weight?
This
Like, does it have strength if we do that? If it's on, is it a strength thing or is it just a weight withstanding?
like if it's on, it's just magically fixed in place and can withstand that power. It doesn't have like 8,000 pounds of power. Like you can't swing it and hit somebody with it for damage. But for instance, let's say you were somewhere and there was a stone doorway that was coming down slowly. It could withstand that pressure by putting it there, pushing the button, and then it can't go down any further. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So guys, I know about a few magical items, this being one of them.
How far is
the
it off the
button
ground right now?
is on the ground.
Well, let's see.
Oh,
You're
how
pretty
far?
tall, so
In your
however
hand.
you were holding it, when Holly pushed the button, so up to about maybe somewhere between waist to like chest height.
I'm gonna grab it and hold it down, try to hang on it.
Chest?
Yeah, and chest height on him is pretty big. Yeah, you just start swinging from it. It looks like a lot of fun. You haven't had this much fun since a few of your past adventures with Holly.
What?
And of course, you all see this. You see this behemoth of a bugbear just swinging from this floating rod in the middle of the room. I'm just waiting for someone to push the button again.
So I'm gonna kind of explain what it is and the fact that like what the on button does. So basically, you turn it on and it can withstand this crazy amount of weight, as we can see Grrr here just putting his full weight on it, and it doesn't budge. It won't move. But if you turn it off, that'll deactivate it. So I'm thinking there's got to be something around here that this is used for.
Go ahead and Quentin, you wanted something? You're muted.
I said indeed for giggles. See the little rock pile I'm standing next to? I'm going to go ahead and grab me one of them rocks and huck it at the on-off button.
Roll me a d20.
Oh, wrong one. Sorry.
That better be a good roll.
Oh yeah, your aim finds true. It hits the button and Grrr comes crashing down to the ground with the rod in hand.
Sorry, Grrr. Couldn't help myself, buddy. You all right?
I got it. I got it, guys.
All right, so Grrr just has this immovable rod in his hands, and well, now it's movable, but it's
Okay.
called the immovable rod.
Is there any way to like compact it so one of us can fit it in our backpack?
I mean, you could just like attach it to your backpack or something like that. I mean, you guys carry all manner of stuff.
Okay.
It doesn't weigh.
But I feel like we should definitely not leave this if someone could just be responsible for it.
Okay.
Thanks, Grrr.
Does anyone think I mean, it's got to be down here for a reason. Does anyone have like an idea of why this could be used? Is there some sort of thing around here that we should be looking out for? Like maybe there's a door we have to get through.
Oh, you guys are kind of standing here. Let me go ahead and give you a little bit more of the area.
Oh, well, that would...
Yeah. I mean, it's just a bunch of big rooms here. I'm waiting for you guys to search the right thing to progress. It's one of those kind of a deals.
Grrr will go over the carpet and start wiping off his feet.
I'm going to go over this way. Into the void.
Into the void.
I have a question.
Yes.
Has anyone seen the connection between genitalia and this rod situation that we're dealing with? That's a no. All right, just me. Cool.
Oh, no. What have we here?
No idea what you could be referring to.
Are those beds down there? What?
There are?
It's almost as if
Looks
someone has been down in these sewers making this kind of like a little lair.
And which would also suggest what I'm standing in front of looks like a weapons rack of some sort. Fingers crossed.
I mean, guys, we did just fight like a whole group of bandits on our way here.
Sure,
Obviously.
yeah. It's a weapons rack. It's a weapons rack.
All right. What joys have I found myself?
Let's see. You've got yourself. There's a hand axe. And a morning star, but the ball on it looks a little rusted.
Hey guys, if you need some new weapons, they got a few things over here. If you want to come take a peek.
Any sticks?
The stick with a big spiky ball on the end of it. Close enough, right?
Run up, take a look, and no, thank you. I'm just gonna keep heading down this way.
I honestly wouldn't mind grabbing that axe.
All right, go ahead, put that in your inventory then.
Can I see the beds from this carpet?
Let's see. Can you? Oh, that's a good question. No, they're in another room. Yeah, you'd have to actually go through the doorway there in order to see them.
That's a wall, Grrr.
Oh, actually, I'm gonna go ahead and go into the dormitory, could I do like a perception check for any, say, just chests, like where the bandits would have kept their personal effects?
Absolutely. Go ahead and do that. Well, actually, you know what? No, don't even give me a roll. I mean, this is a hidden away place. You've already found that. You can see that there is a small little footlocker at the foot of each bed.
I would like
Shoe
to
store?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and investigate all
Gotcha.
four.
I mean, you open each one of them up and you see what you would expect to find in someone's footlocker. They've got, an extra pair of boots, some traveling clothes, other sets of clothes. Let's see. You see a collection of about 20 gold between all of them.
I'm gonna go ahead and gank that 20 gold.
And
I'm going to cast Mage Hand to steal that gold from him. After you guys settle what you're settling.
we are going to do the same thing we did last time. We're going to do it a little differently since you're standing behind him and Quentin is busy looting the lockers and whatnot. Roll me a stealth check.
Is that a
Yes.
D20? Why am I forgetting how to roll things? There we go.
Yeah.
Click it a button.
Oh, at 20.
Oh, come on.
All right. Don't worry, Quentin. Mage.
We're gonna use them all up before combat hits.
Let's see what we got here.
I did roll a bunch of dog shit during combat, so
You did.
I'm cool with it.
So you cast Mage Hand, and it deftly finds its mark. It sneaks into the coin purse of Quentin, but it only is able to grab a small handful. It comes back out with 8 of the gold.
Yeah.
Yep. So, anyone else doing any exploring?
Anything in this little... Yeah, I'm looking around like this
what-
corridor over here.
All right. So let's do that one first, and then we'll jump over to Etta real quick.
I'm just gonna be taking the carpet, like going back and forth between my
More beds,
toes.
more profit, and the whole table.
Between your toes with the carpet. You're telling me you took off your shoes to rub your toes between his carpet?
He had to let them. He had to take them out so that they could dry. They were soaked with, poop.
Do I have shoes?
I don't think we ever discussed that. I mean, I would.
I imagine I had some kind of mild foot
Right,
covering.
like a light sandal, something like that.
Yeah.
As
That's what I
opposed
did
to a
when I go into
heavy
poopy
sandal.
water. No poopy
I want to go
water.
digging through this room back here, just like tearing it apart, looking for anything that feels like it'll be that magical key that we need for that box.
Okay, you spend.
Do I sense
You
any
spend. You do not sense any magic, and you spend a good bit of time going through. It's the same kind of setup as the other room. There's a bunch of footlockers there. Same setup. You can find about 20 gold, 25 gold.
20. I'll just take 25 gold and move on with my life. Gray, stay the hell away from me. He's not even.
Oh,
at
of
his desk.
course he's
That's great.
AFK.
But gold's nice. That won't buy us magic key though. So I'm gonna. If you want to move on
Yep,
to Ed's room, I'm gonna
yep.
head down this way now.
And sorry, go ahead, Etta.
I'm curious to. So what is in this room? Is this a chest? Is it a desk area? What is all
It
this
looks
stuff
like
in here?
just a mild storeroom. It's got some supplies, some cured and dried salted meats, some fresh fruit. You see what you assume is it's the food shipment that never made its way into Red Dragon Inn. that the bartender was complaining about, which is why he only had those boar sandwiches for you.
Gotcha. Okay, well, I'm going to take some of that salted meat and I'm going to add it to my
Sure,
pack.
yeah, definitely. It's always good to have some extra supplies there. Let me see. I've got to display something because a couple of people have walked by this little doorway here a couple of times. Let me go ahead and just reveal the slice in there. There we go.
Ooh,
Just a slice.
Pocket meat.
I'm gonna continue my looking ways in the room I am in. Looks like yet another monk room. I don't know.
As you walk into that room, the door, it's a big metal door, slams shut and locks behind you.
Oh shit. I'm gonna. Let me go ahead and look around the room still. Is there anything in there?
You see what looks like just some it's like a not a bed, but a place where someone would have slept. You see one corner looks like it's heavily soiled. It's the back left corner. You're deducing that this is some kind of cell.
This is a cell.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right, I'm gonna bang on the doors and be like, guys, I did a thing to myself. Help.
Can we hear him if we're in this main room? Like, is it a solid door?
It's a solid door, but like you can hear you all kind of heard this slam, and then you hear a hey guys, someone help me! I'm in a cell.
Grrr
I feel like my feet are sufficiently cleaned.
Grrr, you definitely feel like your feet are very clean, but you'd feel like there's this one spot in between your big and middle toe where it's just there. You just cannot get it clean.
I'm gonna take the carpet, put the carpet between, and then use the rod and try to like push in real deep.
That'll do it. That'll get that pesky hard to reach thing.
I knew I kept this for a reason.
All right.
Is there like a slip underneath the door? Like, is there a gap between the door and the floor?
Just enough that you can see, you know, if you're looking that direction, you can kind of see a little shadow back there. You could definitely tell there's somebody in there.
Okay. Well, I guess I heard him a little bit, so I'm gonna go up to the door and ask him what's in that room.
Just a pile of shit and, 2 piles of shit if you include myself.
Self-deprecation, I love it.
Are you good, dude?
Nah, I'm in jail now. It's all over for me, Poisonous Gray.
Okay, bye.
I hear my buddy, and I hear my other buddy, my blood buddy, and my non-blundering buddy, and I'm gonna just like walk around on this carpet and like head towards where I hear the sound coming.
That'd be the doorway you just walked by.
On my way, hold on. On my way there, though, I'm gonna. Hey, big guy. Can I borrow your toe stick for a second?
Okay.
All right, thanks. And now I have the rod, and I'm headed towards that area.
Sure.
Where's the jail? Is this where?
No, the jail is where he is. Yeah. Where Gray or not Gray? Quentin is.
Quentin. Look for blue.
This is the
jail?
Yep.
Oh. All right,
my gosh,
but you're not in there.
I'm here at the door, and I'm all like, "Boy, I feel like maybe what was that sound? I feel like maybe this has something to do with this. What do you
I think-
think, Holly?
Whatever the hell my name is, no one knows. It's fine. I think that might be the smartest thing you've ever said. But something tells me that would prop it open. How the hell do we get it open?
I don't know, man.
Anybody see like a handle or a button? I'm a big fan of buttons.
You don't. You guys are looking around the door. You don't see any button that's out in the open. The door doesn't have a key slot, so you don't assume that it's a keyed door. There's got to be some other mechanism.
A lever. Anybody see any levers? Pulley system.
Go ahead, everybody who's outside of there, go ahead and roll me a d20. You guys better hurry up. I mean, Quentin's going to be institutionalized by the time this is all over. He's gonna,
As if he already wasn't.
You're going to get out of there. He's going to try to go rob a liquor store.
Fucking one. Who broke this shit?
Okay, so Grrr, surprisingly, is the only one to see that one of the sconces by the door looks a little loose.
Oh, wow.
How does he vocalize that, Grrr? Can you give us an example of what you see and how you would say what you see?
I just like grab it.
I wanna look back on the like this table over here because it looks like there's a paper or something. Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay, so I just kind of want to read what that is and if it gives us any further information on what this place is.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, that piece of paper actually has a list of names on it. Some names are crossed out, and some names are not crossed out.
Is this a hot or not list?
Now, here's the fun part. Let's see. Some of the names, like I said, are names that you've never recognized before. You recognize one of the names that is not crossed out is a name of the King of the Humans. But one name stands out to you very, very much. It is Lunare Zaris. And that that is a name of someone that you had assumed to not be alive. But that name is on this list, not crossed out. And yeah, there's a bunch of other names on the list.
Okay. Got it. I'm going to internalize that, and then I will...
Did I see that?
Roll me a D20. You know what? Roll me 2 D20s. I'm going to say you're at a disadvantage here. Yeah, that's fine, though. I think you're still good.
Why can't I get, roll?
Because I keep taking them
You hear Edda kind of ruffling at those papers on the table, and you kind of look behind and you see she's absorbed, staring at this piece of parchment. You can't see what's on it, but she looks like she is extremely deep in thought.
Okay. I find myself intrigued as I feel like I recognize kind of the type of paper that this on. It seems familiar to me. So I'm going to rush over to Edda and ask her what she's looking at. What you got? What you find? Is it helpful? Any information?
So I am going to... I think I'm going to have to roll for deception on this.
That's fine.
I am going to try to show her, like I'm gonna hand her quite a few of the papers, or I'll have to roll for sleight of hand, yeah. So I'm gonna try and like give her something to look at and start talking about what these things are. And I'm gonna try to simultaneously like slip that one page with the name that I know in my
Perfect.
pocket.
Wonderful. Okay, so
So I guess I have to roll. Sleight of hand is +5. So I'm gonna.
yeah, guys, the bard has quite a few +5s. She had like a stroke of genius with Roll20 when we were creating her character, so OP.
What does the optional settings for the roll mean?
Which ones? So there's
The one that's like exploding, none, separate, or compounded?
just do none.
Okay.
All right.
Did I do it?
You rolled.
I can't
You
see.
you
got it.
rolled.
Oh, yeah, no, I didn't.
So you're still in like a fragile emotional state from the information that you just received. So you're kind of fumbling around with these other papers on the desk, and you're trying to hand them to Holly there, and you're also at the same time trying to slip the other paper, in your pocket. But as you're going to slip it in, you're so self-absorbed with what's going on inside your own brain that the paper just kind of doesn't go into a pocket. You let go of it, and it kind of floats down to the floor at Holly's feet.
I'm gonna try to grab it.
I mean, you don't have to try to grab it. It's right at your feet.
I'm gonna grab it.
All right, so you grab the paper and do some role playing. What are you doing?
I'm gonna read it.
It is the exact. Exact list. You see it and you immediately recognize it as the same list
And it's identical.
Identical.
Like the same names are
Same names are crossed out. It's the same order. It's the same handwriting.
Okay. So I'm just going to look at the list and read through the names and ask. I'm going to turn to Ada and I'm going to ask her if she recognizes any of these names. Maybe Glensandrel Theron, if she's maybe heard that one before, because that one seems familiar to me.
What's the name that you're asking about?
Glensandrel Theron.
No, I haven't.
Any of these other names? Anything stick out?
I mean, maybe like the first names of people that I knew when I was little, but nothing really that I have knowledge of who they are fully. Like I recognize some of them, but just in terms of the name itself, I guess is common. I really don't know any of them personally.
I feel like this list of names is definitely going to have a lot to do with what we're doing down here. And I'm going to reach in my pocket and pull out the copy of the list that I have from our first battle. I looted this off of one of the first bandits that we fought, and I open it up and show her, and she sees that it's the same name.
Gray.
It's the exact same.
Yep, Gray. Roll me a d20. All right, behind your back, you hear this entire conversation going on, so you turn around and you can kind of see them talking about these two identical pieces of paper with all these names on it. And poor Quentin is still locked in this.
Hey guys, what you all talking about? I mean, never mind. I hear what you're talking about. What's the goal here? What are we trying to achieve? Like, why are you guys reading the same thing? This is I can't get. Our guys in here. Like, what's going on?
We're looking to find an answer to get in there.
Yeah, I was just trying to look to see if these papers had any information of where we are, what this place is supposed to be, but it's just a list of names. And Holly had the same.
Recognize any of the names?
I don't personally.
Right,
Other than this one guy, he's like the king of the humans is here. I know that name.
Someone.
Yeah, the king of the humans.
That's the king of the humans. Oh, well, then I should have said yes, I recognize it. I didn't know. I just didn't.
That's fine. That's fine.
I personally did not, yeah.
We retcon that. It's all good.
But that's the only one that I recognize. But either way, we can table this for now. We have to get Quentin out of there.
I try to open the door.
Did he pull a sconce off the wall? What happened when
did he pull the sconce? Oh, yeah. So okay.
Yeah.
So as this is all going on, Grrr goes up and he sees that it's a little loose and he kind of pulls on the sconce, and at that the door swings open.
What are you doing in here?
Come here, big guy. That's for lost forever.
Who has the rod? Who has the rod again?
Sure.
No, yeah.
Greg has,
Oh, that's right. He gave it to Gray to pick his toes.
and I slap it real quickly in between the door and the wall to make sure he doesn't shut all the way, so we can freely walk in and out of it.
Okay.
Press the button.
I thought it was assumed.
I
Yeah.
pressed the button and then slap it in between.
You gotta turn on the rod, Gray.
Wrong order.
You gotta turn it on. Gotta rub the button.
Listen, it was in my hands. That means it was turned on.
Huck, yuck, 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 yuck. So, okay, so we've got Quentin just busted out of here. Gray yelling at the two ladies about these pieces of paper. I'm assuming both of you still individually have your own piece of paper? Yeah? Okay.
Yes.
Are you doing anything with those pieces of paper?
We can't hear you, Holly. Or at least I can't.
No one could hear me because I was muted. You know.
That'll do it.
Skills, yeah. So I'm just gonna shove the list names back in my pocket, and I think I kind of internally resolved to just kind of talk about this later. Once we kind of figure out what's going on right here, we still need to focus on finding the magical key, and then I just kind of go back over to where Quentin just escaped in that open room is now.
So I mean, can I have taken from you one of the copies of the names? Like when
yeah,
you showed me
I put mine in my pocket and I shove yours at you. I'm a sharer.
I'm a sharer,
Okay.
says the person who sat on this information for 2 episodes straight.
You know. I just
I'm actually
said I was a
gonna-
sharer,
gonna
not that I
ask
didn't have
her.
an agenda.
Episodes?
Actually, Holly.
Wait, are we in some sort of show? What's happening here? I'm sorry.
Yes.
Oh my god. I'm like an inch shorter than I'm supposed to be as a half elf. That's crazy. And Holly, if she Holly, why? So you said you found this when we looted the other guys, like way back when? Why would you keep it to yourself?
I didn't see how it had any relevance. I mean, logically, we weren't looking for a list of names. We were looking for this crystal. And none of the names that I saw make sense with what we're looking for. They have nothing to do with the mission that we're about to go on. I did not think that it was relevant to spend our time on.
It's because you agree.
Okay. That's fair.
But now that we find another copy of this list, where our journey has led us, I do think that it is more relevant.
Yeah.
But
So,
That's fair.
so are you?
Yeah, I trust you. You're just trying to prioritize.
You guys never watched Indiana Jones and the Piece of Paper? Dun, 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 dun.
Still a better
On
plopping.
the paper and get things done.
All right, so Gray, you heard that entire conversation. You know, each one of them has a copy of this list. Let's go to the man who has not had a chance to speak much in this past 20 minutes, who is in what appears to be a small meeting room. It's got like a lectern style desk table with a bunch of parchments and whatnot on it. It's got some benches for people to sit.
Man, I was hoping for a blood altar. It's always just a stupid bunch of dust and parchments. I'm gonna go ahead and investigate
Pew, pew, pew.
the desk or where all the parchment. This thing that I'm standing in front of, dancing on.
Perfect. Okay, so you go ahead and you search the desk. You find a curious piece of paper with a bunch of names written on it.
Curious piece of paper. Names on it. Boy, those are so rare.
You look at this. You look at this list of names, and none of the names really stand out to you besides the notable one being the King of the Humans. All of the other names just look like random names to you. And Holly gets healed for 2 points of damage.
Woo, woo, woo.
Hey Quentin, did you find anything over here?
Just a list of names.
Oh no, wait, those are pretty rare.
So I hear. Okay.
Well, my gosh, do you recognize any of the names?
I'm just gonna wall hack and go away now. I only recognize this guy, the king of all the humans, all the purebloods.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, that's about as much as Holly or I know at this moment. So I guess we're all in the same boat.
Wait, Holly knew what?
What?
You said Holly knew that's the only one she knew. She has a list too?
Yeah, no, they're really rare.
When did you find a list? When did everyone else find lists? And when was anyone gonna tell me? I've been in prison for 2 goddamn
Hey, buddy? Maybe if you were paying more attention when you got out, you would have seen us having a huge dialogue about it about 2 minutes ago. And then you ignored us, and you went over here while we were having this whole discourse about the situation.
Chicken soup for the soul book meetings, okay?
Okay, well that's fine. Well, now you know. Of the very extremely rare lists that exist in the world, the three of us have the three of these extremely rare lists. We all have a copy of it. So.
She said we.
How old are you? In real life, I'm just curious.
She said we.
Oui.
But like French.
You had to take the voice off just so you really knew what the joke was. in regular terms. All right, well, looks like we have this list that none of us really know a lot about. So, does anybody know about the King of the Humans and anything he might be involved in relating to magic?
Basically, all of you have pretty normal knowledge of this kind of stuff. You know that the King of the Humans rules the Venn Triumvirate with the ruler of the dwarves and the ruler of the elves. Those three rulers came together to rule over the land. You were in one of the cities of the Free Peoples. They don't align themselves with the Triumvirate. They basically are always looking after getting magical items. So you would know that the King of the Humans would be someone who's very, very keen on getting his hands on as many magical items to add to the horde as possible.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just with myself, kind of theorized that this is a hit list. And I'm just going to assume that that's the case because I feel like they have a motive to go after the king that way. So, I guess I'll just assume that.
That's a smart
What
assumption.
What did we find over here? What did we find over here?
Oh, the bard did sing.
Oh, there's another table over here. Hey, what's on this table?
Random assortment of papers. Nothing as fun as the list.
No, and I already took all the gold from those places over there, so sorry. I'll give you some. No, I won't. I'll buy you a drink.
No, you won't. Okay, well, that's better.
Stop buy you a drink.
If you're gonna buy her a drink, you have to sing it with auto-tune.
I don't have auto-tune.
Oh, what's up? What's
Why
up?
not here? What animal is that?
Ooh.
That's a bird.
Is it? It's interestingly laid out there. Well, this looks like an important person's room. What's in these chests over here?
Hey guys, I'm here too.
Oh, hey! Welcome to the party.
We have everyone here but Grrr. Where's Grrr? Grrr, what are you doing? Grrr!
Grr's trying to grab the rod.
Grrr, get your rod and come over here. Just pick it up with your hands.
That's what he's trying to do.
Don't press the button.
Button.
Don't.
It's already pressed.
We'll press it again.
Press it. Now let go. Now press it.
Okay.
Now let go. Now press
Presses
it.
it twice.
All right.
Listen, seriously, why are dick jokes so funny?
It's not just to you. Not just to you. Okay, so go ahead and both of you, well, all three of you are in this room. You all can roll a d20. Holly. Holly, you definitely feel the presence of something magical in this room. Like there is magic coming from somewhere.
That key has got to be in here somewhere, y'all. Somewhere. I just want to be very clear that y'all is regular half-elf druid slang.
That's their word. They're allowed to use it.
Yeah,
y'all.
you're right, but it's more Yale.
Yale.
Oh, okay.
More Yale.
How about Yule?
Yule.
No, Yule is
All
that
right.
Anglo-Saxon bullshit. Keep that at me. Elves don't fuck with.
Quentin, you also feel the presence of a magical item.
Y'all.
Okay, well, I'm gonna look in these chests or boxes or something over here.
In those boxes right there, you just see some random supplies, blank parchments, ink quills. Nothing too fancy. Yes, Gray. Not Gray, Quentin.
Quentin. Why can't you know their names?
Yeah, for real.
I don't agree with their sentiment. I'm proud of you and who you are and what you've accomplished so far.
That's why I'm not going to kill your character.
All right, how about this this drawer dresser?
Drawer, dresser, you open it up and you see a bunch of clothes. You see some pantaloons. You see some underwear.
Ooh. Underoon.
Anything with stats worth?
No, I mean unless you really like a fresh, clean pair of underwear.
Oh, you said pants, so hey, doesn't hurt to ask. I'm gonna turn the bed and just absolutely rip out the sheets. Take one of my daggers, rip the mattress, and just.
Got it. So all these feathers just start flying all over the place, and the padding from the mattress is just going everywhere. You got red bits of the blanket just getting thrown from side to side. The bed frame's been flipped upside down. You find absolutely nothing, but you can still feel the presence of a magical item. Like you're close, like you're real close.
Hey, bro. Were you gonna sleep sometime tonight? Because, like, we're running out of beds here. With all that stabby you're doing.
I do want to, real quick, I do want to pocket the parchment and the quill just in case I need to forge anything
Okay,
later.
yeah, definitely. That's a good thing to have.
How about the nightstand?
No, I don't think I can carry that.
You got me. You got me. All right, Quentin, roll me a perception check if you were searching that.
Let's see, do I have a banished or not? I think I do.
Did you say that?
I've given
Yeah.
you guys a couple of outs here. Hold on there. I've given you guys a couple of outs here. There we go. Okay, so as you're going through the drawer, you don't see anything. You take the drawer out, you rifle through it. There's nothing in there. You pull everything out, but looking at the drawer, examining it, you kind of notice from the outside of the drawer. It looks like it's about this much deeper than it actually is when you open the drawer.
Magic!
Or secret compartment. Or magic.
That was quite something.
Wait, so so it's a little deep. So is there? Oh, let me pull the nightstand out.
You pull the nightstand out, and there's nothing back there. It's just a wall. Yeah, but you've got this mysterious drawer in your hand now. If you're looking,
Can I check
Absolutely.
it for a false bottom?
so you already rolled. You rolled well enough. You know to look for it because it looks strange to you. You start feeling around, and you kind of hear a little click as you push down on one of the corners. And as you release your hand from it, the back corner of the bottom of the drawer kind of pops up, leaving enough space for you to get your fingers in there and pull it out.
Okay. Well, I do that.
You find what looks like a key.
Ha-ha! I found a key.
Huzzah!
I found a key. Look at me, hip hip hooray! I found a key. Woo! Suddenly.
You just went zipping around, didn't you? All right. You do have a key.
Put it in the box.
Team victory!
Who is the one who ended up with the lockbox? That was Quentin as well, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Too much power, too much power. Divide.
Nope, I've already hauled ass. It's like-
Separation of power.
and now that I've given myself quite the amount of distance, and no one seems to be chasing, let's put the key in the box.
No, I'm heckin' going. Girl, you were closer. Go get him. Where do you go?
Let's zoom out a little bit and
Girth,
see
hello?
which way did we go, little lady.
Wait.
All the way down back to where we were fighting. Before. Off screen.
So
Why are you
if he
running?
starts to pass me and I hear her say to grab him, I will grab him.
He
Wait,
already
he
done
started
past
running?
you. Yeah, he took off. He took the box and he ran.
Grr, you reach out your hand to grab who you were told to grab, but it had already happened, so you just grabbed the air. You just got a fistful of.
I'll go back to pulling on the rod.
No. So wait, hold on. Quinn, I was like a little checked out. So Quinn grabbed.
He had the box because he found that on the dead body. He then found the key and then bolted.
Oh, the key we found. Okay, he bolted. This fucker. All right, so he's back in like the poop stem.
Yeah, like where we were in that last battle.
Quentin, since you're hiding here in the corridor, are you
Yeah, how was he that fast? That's
are you attempting to open it? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm like right on top of him, so
That's
I'm seeing
fine.
everything that's happening.
Yeah, you're very close.
So
Okay.
you go ahead and you put the key into the box, you turn it, and you hear this like magical hum, and this release of power, and all of the magic that you just felt in the area, gone, disappeared, dissipated. And then the box kind of pops open a little bit.
All right, I'm gonna remove what's inside the box.
You see the little the jibber.
I found the who's'em what's it, and I'm gonna run back. And the first person I run into is Holly, and I'm just gonna hold it right in their face. Be like, "Hi, I found the who's'em what's it."
Awesome.
Why'd you run away?
Let's get back to the inn.
I got excited, and then all of a sudden I thought I got the key, I got the box, and then all of a sudden I was like, key, box, key, box.
What is that thing that all you kids are saying nowadays? That's a little sus. Don't y'all say that?
All right, Grandma.
I think you do.
Right.
Talking to right now.
Okay, Boomer.
All right, I'm gonna yell at everybody who's back here. Grrr, Gray, come on, guys, he found it. We gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
Go. Get out of
Yes, Alatos, that is what the kids say nowadays. That is so yeet.
That is so yeet. I just wanted to yeet myself out of this game because of that face.
Alatos is also
That's
150.
how yeet it was.
Wait a minute, why is Grr rolling? What did Grr do?
Down.
See if I can figure out the rod, but I can't.
Okay, Grr, get the rod and come on. You got to run all the way back around and down here to get.
Oh my goodness, I gave you guys the most powerful magical item I could find, and you're gonna leave it? That's hilarious.
No, I said bring the rod.
Try.
But Holly, you can't tell him to bring the rod because you're already at the stairs.
Yeah, the only two people who haven't joined you yet are Grr and Gray. Gray is still back there.
I ran all the way back. Fast as fuck, boy. Grr, pick up the rod. Get the rod from the door.
Trying. And I'm like visibly like out of breath.
Did you turn it off?
I don't think he's tried.
What?
Press the button.
The magical rod instantly goes free and falls into your hand, and it's the lightest thing you've ever held.
Got your rod?
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay.
Run. Girl, you're fast. Run. Extra fast.
Where are we running? Just to upstairs?
Let's get the heck
away
from
down here. Let's go back
But what
to
if
the
we're
end.
met by like authorities or something that want what we have?
Oh, I don't know, but you picked up that meat. We can give that to the innkeeper to be like, we weren't in your dungeon. Aren't I supposed to
That's the meta hat. Yep. This is the meta hat. You must put the M on your forehead if you're going to speak meta.
Real quick.
Well, I'm not speaking meta. I'm like, hey, wait, guys.
Real quick, did someone have to put the missing shipment in their inventory to return it to the innkeeper?
The missing shipment was like a full-on like cart full of food. It would have taken.
So I'm just gonna point
exactly.
in the right direction.
It's
All right,
going to be
we're
about a pound of salted meat lighter than it should be, but you know. Bandits got to eat, right? Yeah, exactly. All right, so let's go ahead and move you guys back into the. I'm assuming we're all making our way back to the inn.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's wise. Yeah, I need to rest, man. I need some magic.
Ditto and BRB.
Yeah, that rod really wore me out.
All right.
I don't even know where I was going. My brain was like, dude, just say something naughty, and then it shut up.
Here's the innkeeper. Innkeeper, where are you? What are you? Okay, there we go. So, let's. Oh, I keep forgetting I have to pull you guys to the room too. There we go. Pull you guys to the room. Fix the map in roll 20 for the audience. Boom. So we're in the basement storage now. Right back where we were. You see the innkeeper is standing here, and he is what's going on here? You guys busted open this trapdoor, The smell is awful, and there's a broken keg of beer. My ale.
So, Mr. Innkeep, I got some.
Grrr starts to move his way away from everything that was involved with the broken ale.
And slowly, so I got good news and I got bad news for you there, buddy.
I'm getting.
Good
Anyone
news?
else getting that feedback?
We-
It's like a ticka 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 ticka.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh
thought it
wow,
was just
it's
flying
gone
away.
now. Okay.
Oh, it's gone.
Okay. I'm just gonna tell him, hey bud, I got some good news and bad news for you. The good news, we found your food shipment.
Oh, that's wonderful. Where is it?
Bad news is everything you cook for the next 2 weeks is just gonna have a soupçon feet on it because it's down there.
Wonderful vocabulary, man. That was amazing.
All right.
Ah, Sousson.
And I'm going to assure the innkeeper that we cleared out all the baddies. So
This is wonderful. This is wonderful. Well, that's great news. Great news. But wait a minute. You said you said there was bad news. Oh, that's right. The stink.
Yeah,
the flavor.
yeah, it's down
Well,
there.
the
with this
other bad news, boss man, sir, is that there are now, I believe, 6 or 7 dead bodies downstairs.
Oh, forgot about those.
The food
Well,
smell will
because
cover it all.
they were trying to kill us, and solely just out of self-defense, we had to try and kill them right back, and
While
we
Ed is admitting to murder, I'm just gonna go ahead and sneak away.
I was just thinking that. Yeah.
Smells bad.
All right. Well, the innkeeper kind of moves around, looks at everybody, and goes, "Well, at least I can go down and get my shipment of food. I'll get this from Redbeard. Don't you worry. I guess Shortbeard? Yes, Shortbeard. Are you all still?
All right.
He died and wandered away.
Awesome.
Are you all still staying here? My insurance isn't going to cover this.
I'm hungry and sleepy,
Yep.
and I need to eat and sleep.
So the innkeeper.
Yeah.
And I owe Edda a beer, or a mead, or an ale, or
You
whatever.
owe me a
He scolded you as soon as you all came up for breaking his beer and the trapdoor, and now it smells of poop. So yeah, he tells you all like, well, I guess some items were broken, but you found good things, dead bodies. Well, let's just call it a wash. Let's start from scratch.
I'm gonna.
He's really gonna weigh like everything.
Right. No. I want to get a little bit more on his better graces, so I'm gonna also give him 5 gold for the mead that was spilled.
This will cover a quarter of that keg. Thank you. He puts it into his pocket and goes, "You all have your room keys. I'll be down here cleaning."
Is there anyone working the?
No, we're closed. It's late. No food, no drink, but the rooms are still warm.
Okay.
I run over to the.
I don't even know what I'm laughing at.
I run
Only
upstairs.
funny when you say it out loud.
I run upstairs to the bar, and I
Please don't
quickly
steal from this man anymore.
I quickly jump onto the bar, and I slide underneath the keg tap, and I start.
Hold on.
Not again.
All right, stop. You get 2 glugs, and then you get sprayed in the face with foam. Looks like the keg kicked.
I'm just gonna.
I'm mean,
Right.
oh, that sucks.
Run
Oh,
past
wait.
his nonsense and up into my room, which is somewhere.
And can I get a time check?
Let's see. It was pretty much dinner when you guys went down there to begin with, all the exploring, running around. I'd say it's probably around midnight-ish.
So all the shops
Yeah,
are closed.
yeah.
I think it's time to rest.
Yep, bedtime.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to
Perfect,
bed.
perfect.
Time to rest.
I'm gonna go back to my room, and once again, I'm gonna push the two twins together. Why the fuck did the Inky push them back apart?
I passed out on the bar with a face full of foam.
You would.
All right,
You
well,
would, Gray.
we've got 1, 2, 3 people in their rooms. Where's Etta?
Still in the basement thing.
That is her.
Oh no, you know why? You know why, Etta? Because I probably this is from when you first came into the thing last time, I'm assuming. Give me 1 second.
No.
Grr's gonna attempt to lay in the bed, but his like half of his legs are gonna be hanging off. So after a while, he's just gonna get up and like roll the carpet up on the floor into like a burrito.
You're a little too big for the bed, huh? We'll get you your own room next time with one of them
Objects
big
and
beds in it.
tokens.
He's one of them big boys.
Where are my tokens? Where's my tokens? Gosh, bang it. My library. Etta. Let's put you right here. Oh, Etta, you're so big. You're so
Ooh,
big.
I'm big. I'm big.
Okay,
Okay.
Controlled
So
by
big.
me and
Oh,
Etta. There we go. Now you should be able to move your piece around.
okay.
Also, check and make sure that you, on that bar on the left side, that you are on the select move option on the top little arrow. See, I can move you.
Well, I'm trying to go to the little room with the double bed. I don't know which.
Well, this room right here would be the room that Redbeard, the one that I just moved you into, that's the room that Redbeard paid for you. Some of the other members didn't want to sleep in a communal room,
Okay.
so they went and bought their own.
But now that's technically your room by yourself because Gray's
Mhm.
passed out on the bar. So you have that whole room to yourself anyway.
Yeah.
What?
Okay.
Hold on.
Well, I'm gonna obviously lock the door, and I'm gonna look at the list of names again, and actually, oh, you know what? No, I'm just gonna.
All right. So, we are going to sleep, it seems. One of us is already passed out. Oh.
Oh.
Absolutely. Okay, so you are in the communal room, doing that. Gray is downstairs, passed out on the bar. So bartender comes up and says, Shortbeard is not going to be able to cover this. I know it. I know it. He goes and he picks up Gray and he goes, oh, you got to take him upstairs. And then he carries you upstairs, passed out. He actually...
There's no way.
This
That is
fucking
one
tiny dude is carrying
strong
my giant.
He's strong. He has a lot of practice of picking up drunk people and moving them. And yeah, and he
Okay, fine. I'll buy.
he actually gets too tired to take you to the communal room after he gets you upstairs and just lays you on the couch in the little lounge. And he goes back up to his room because he's going to spend the night in his own bed. Because that's what he does. Okay. So,
I would hope so.
everyone's asleep.
Get more spells.
Now, while everyone is asleep.
That's very intense.
Nat, you should like do a sleep study.
All right, so everybody's asleep. How about some dream sequences, guys? You want to do some dream sequences?
Ooh.
What? Yeah.
I
Minute.
fucking
Okay,
love
okay.
this idea. Hell yeah.
Gray, you're asleep on the couch and you find yourself younger, back in a big stone hall. And you recognize this is the place that you spent most of your childhood. And you can hear someone from far away going, "Oh, where is that boy? I told him to bring me my gruel." And you feel that anticipation, and you look down in your hands, and you have a big bowl of food in your hands, and instantly you're transported directly in front of the lord of the castle, and he just has this whip, and he just takes it to you a couple of times. 1, 2, how many times do I have to tell you? When I say I want something, you break. Whoa. Sorry, that one. Yeah, that one took me out of it a little bit. I'm sorry. It was like he felt. Did you like that last one? You feel you feel the pain of all these lashes on your back, and all of a sudden you find yourself again in this small room. It's dark. There's some straw and whatnot on the floor, and you're kind of just hunched over in the corner, and you keep rocking back and forth, and you keep thinking maybe today's the day you'll see her. Maybe today's the day, but no one comes to your door.
This takes time.
Etta, you passed out. You kind of passed out amongst a bunch of papers and whatnot on the bed, and you fall asleep, and you find yourself in a crowded room. There's a lot of people around, and you see your mother from all the way across the room, and the room's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and more people are getting crowded in between the two of you, and you see her, and you keep trying to pass through the crowd, and you're trying to make your way closer to her, but the closer you get, the more people get in your way, and the further away she gets, and you keep trying to call out her name, but every single time you open your mouth, the words just won't come out. Nothing will come out. It's just dead silence. The only thing you can hear is the roar of this crowd, and it's deafening. And as the room gets bigger and... Yeah.
Oh God, this actually sounds...
I'm sorry. The room keeps getting bigger and bigger. More people are in it, and from far away you see your mother, and it's just gone. You can't see her anymore, and then all of a sudden it fades to black.
Armand, that was a little too...
Sorry.
Too close to home.
Quentin,
All right.
you're asleep, and you find yourself back in the halls of the order, and you're studying, and you hear the call. You hear... I don't know who that was, but that was great.
Obviously.
Yeah.
That's Grrr, 100%.
Where was I? Okay, so you're back in the halls of the order, and you're studying some texts in a room, and you feel this book from across the room calling to you. It's calling your name. It's Quentin. It's getting a little bit louder each time, and you turn your head, and you're looking in that direction, and all of a sudden the book flies off the bookshelf, and the pages open. The pages open, and a burst of flame comes out, and you hear, "Bow before me." Yes. And fade to black. Grrr. You're sleeping.
Sorry, I'll stop.
You're sleeping surprisingly well for the evening. As you fall asleep, you are transported into a dense, dark forest, and two larger bugbears, larger than you, have got you in this sack, and they're carrying you over their shoulder. As they find this dark, secluded part of the forest, they throw you down to the ground, and they utter something that you can only kind of half hear because you're cold and it's dark and you're scared. And then all of a sudden, this light shines upon you. And the people that carried you are nowhere near to be found. The forest starts to get less and less dense, and there's fewer trees, and the light's getting brighter and brighter, and out of the light, this angel-looking creature just kind of comes down and puts its hand on your head and fades to black. Holly.
I don't want to go.
I don't go. She also had an extra.
Oh, we need to figure out what we're doing with that.
Well, didn't we
Gold,
talk about
yeah,
that?
we're doing gold. We're doing gold. Okay, so Holly, you find yourself in this expansive library. 4, 5, 6, 7 floors, it's books upon books upon books. You can't see anything but all of these books and bookshelves and ladders to access all of these books, and you've got a whole stack of them in front of you, and you're turning through each one trying to find the answer, and you just can't see it. It's almost like the books are deliberately mocking you, trying to make sure that you never find the secret that you're looking for. And finally, this book just in the corner, dimly lit, just calls to you. You grab it and you open it up. And inside of it, the words are all jumbled in a mess. Some sort of runic inscription that you can't quite make out. Everything starts to get blurry, and you can kind of see this face kind of appear in the back corner of the library, and it's a face you recognize. It's a face of your old teacher, and someone standing right behind your old teacher's face, and he has a dagger raised up, and he is coming down straight to his back with the dagger, and right as the dagger comes to his back, you wake up. And it's the morning, guys.
That's rude.
Good morning.
That's rude is a very funny way to approach.
Mhm.
Every morning I wake up, I tell my alarm clock that's rude. I'm not that old. I don't have an alarm clock. It's my phone.
You're
I
so,
will unroll myself.
you on.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
All right. Well, I'm.
you all
hungry.
wake up around the normal time that you usually wake up. It's the lights coming in through the windows and whatnot. You all feel physically rested, but none of you feel like you got a good night's sleep. You all have the full, your full hit points, your spell slots and whatnot have replenished, but mentally you feel like I could have gotten maybe 2-3 more hours of sleep. You know the feeling.
Okay. I'm
Can I
gonna.
heal my 3 points of damage?
Yes, yeah. A long rest like that will heal you. Replaces anything that you use that needs a long rest to replace. Spell slots, with the exception of Quentin, who is a warlock, a short rest will replenish his spell slots. So you only need about 4 hours of sleep, Quentin. All
I
right.
need all the sleep.
Yep.
I gotta pick
Well,
up more spells for next time.
We are
Five, right?
close enough to the end that we will go ahead, and with that, you all hit level 2.
Yay! What's that mean?
Yeah, you guys were very successful in a couple of combat phases. You found everything you needed to find. You did the quests. You did the things. You found the thing. You guys get yeah.
You-
That thing.
That thing.
Yeah,
beans.
we get beans. Yeah, so hey, how about this? Let's to celebrate, we're going to go ahead and give all of the lords and ladies of fate still in our chat for sticking around to see all of these people hit level 2, 200 fate chips. That's for 2 levels.
200?
That's a lot of shit.
3 out of 5 of your party members have successfully found pizza.
We'll get the other 2 next
I love
week.
it.
Hey,
Love it.
for what it's
Other
worth,
two
Salad
coming
Toss, for what it's worth, I had probably to play the game.
You absolutely did. You absolutely did. So here's what I'm gonna do.
Did.
Did you pog, bro? This guy.
Oh, don't say the Twitch.
pogged.
He said the Twitch thing.
What
He
is
said the
that?
Twitch thing, guys.
I don't get it.
Can we get a pog in
You
chat,
can't.
guys?
You can't. It's banned. You can't do it. Yeah, they
Is
banned
that a
Pog,
thing?
dude.
I don't know shit. All I know is that like my little gamer friends say pog all the time. I'm like, what does that mean? They're like, play a game.
Pug a
That's
pickup
Pug.
group?
That's
What is
Pug.
this for? Oh, like Pog,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
grammar?
It's you know what? I'll explain it to you. I'll explain it to you after this. So, to the players here, if anyone would like to stick around afterwards in order to level up your character, that is 100% fine. I will facilitate that. I do not want to do that on stream because let me tell you, the process of leveling up characters, 5 of them, 1 character, no problem. 5 of them, ugh. Anyone who does not want to stick around tonight to do it, I know, Etta, you probably have some things to do. Get ready for some real life stuff.
Hey, this is just as real
Hey,
life as the rest of my stuff.
that's how I feel. So,
True, fucking true that.
We
dude.
can all come
Well-
in on Sunday and do it.
well,
since we don't
that's what I
have
was gonna
football
say. That's what I was
club.
gonna say. If anyone would like to do it off stream, we can do it. If anyone wants to come in early on Wednesday, I can make it a point to make sure that I am in the call at like 6:30, something like that. Anyone who wants to do it then, we can do it then. Anyone who wants to do it now, we can do it now as well. So take your pick. But
Okay. Yeah.
But
We're here with-
for the audience, I want to thank you all because without you, I'm pretty sure.
Dude, Hawkward
Nice,
subscribe.
nice. Cough up those Prime subs. You're not doing anything with them.
We might
Yeah.
actually be funny,
If you have Amazon Prime, you're not doing anything with the Prime sub. Come on, just cough it up.
For sure. Also, Eagle
Oh.
is a Twitcher, so like anyone who's not gonna subscribe to us and or Prime to us, go over to fucking Hawkward Eagles shit and give it a big old follow.
Oh, thanks.
Or subscribe.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Yep.
you're gonna make
Let's do a little bit of housekeeping before we go ahead and cut the live. We've got this big black box of wine that my player over here is drinking. But tomorrow we have another stream. We'll be streaming Riffs by Palladium Books. That'll be starting at 8:30 p.m.
Hi-fi.
Eastern Standard Time for anyone not on the East Coast of the United States of America. I've got nothing else. I mean, we might be streaming some Fall Guys on Friday. I don't know. We'll see.
I feel like
we got
you
time
locked
for
that in though, right? Fall Guys is Friday and Among Us is Monday.
Yeah, we'll
Is that
see.
true?
We'll see.
We've been
We'll
doing
see.
it.
We're still working it out, but if you have time, tune in on Friday
But
and on Monday between the 7 and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
and those are just like
I'm sorry, I'm done.
like supplementary streams. You know, the real bread and butter right now is Wednesday and Thursday. So you were already here for the D&D stream. Come check us out for the Rifts campaign. We are just as funny, if not funnier, on Thursdays. Promise you.
Nothing was funny. Nothing was funny.
Excuse me? I was fucking hilarious.
That was pretty funny right there, what you did.
Right.
Now that you have made funny a qualifier, I suddenly feel very competitive and I will unleash the most rigorous comedic talent that I can find within myself.
The bard latches in to being funny.
I love it.
I'm a performer. It's not gonna
All
be
right,
good.
say goodbye, everybody.
See, I'm already working.
Bye, everybody.
Bye,
Thanks
everybody.
for everything.
Happy
Thank you for those
inauguration.
Oh my God, rule of lore with 5 raiders.
Oh,
Hello.
we're-
Oh wait, we were raiding.
We're raiding. We're raiding.
No, they were reiterating.
Should I just keep it going until we raid? How?
Just keep waving until it's over. Right?
What are we, fucking royalty? Who does
Yeah.
Dun, dun,